Live. Yes, sir, we are live now.
Yeah. You want to say something?
So, we welcome
Dr.
all the
Rashmi Goel.
faculty. Yes, sir. So, we welcome all our faculty.
Make others also co-host. Ayaz. Dr. Rashmi Goel, please start.
Yeah, we welcome all the faculty members for this first online FDP on ITT and advanced ITT training. And I also welcome Dr. Rajkumar Atukia ji, our chairman BOS, under whose dynamic guidance we are proceeding for implementing this new technical scheme of education and training, wherein certain important topics have been introduced like Zoho, Python, and NIME. And I believe that after this FDP, my faculties would be able to provide better inputs to my students who will be able to become better professionals in their journey. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, CA Dr. Rashmi Goel. Ms. Vidhi Gupta, would you like to say something?
Sir, good morning, all the faculties and the experts who have been joined this meeting. I welcome everyone. Now, under the able guidance of our chairman, CA Dr. Rajkumar Adukia, sir, this FDP has been organized and he will address all the students. Sir, over to you, sir.
Ms. Jyoti, would you like to say something?
Good morning, everyone. I hope with all of you, we are able to teach new technologies and provide the guidance to our students to cope up with the new technologies and environment. They can able to adjust with the environment or the new technologies. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you. Good morning to everyone, respected faculties. Our apology that we are late by say about 8 to 9 minutes, and the fault is mine. And CA Dr. Rashmi Goel, Secretary of Board of Studies, Ms. Vidhi Gupta, Ms. Jyoti Arora, and respected faculties. This training, I request the three dynamic leaders who are there. It should be on interactive Zoom mode, because we are teaching faculties. So my request is this mode, if it can be changed in the next session itself, and we can repeat this session rather than just having one session and recorded this thing. And new mode, whatever we have decided, if we can make a detailed write-up, share with everyone, because chairman also would like to know what office has decided to go about. Now, friends, the faculties, we have CA faculties and non-CA faculties. My request to faculties who are not chartered accountant should know the chartered accountant syllabus, at least the prospectus, the scheme of the registration, visit some CA's office, what a chartered accountant does. So when we talk to the CA student, we can relate to them. This is one. Secondly, I would like each one of us to be a real trainer. A real trainer is today's child. We have generation Z. Today's child is born with a computer, and they start using technology from the day one. Their games are IT based. Their training is IT based. And it is not exaggeration if I say they know more than us. So all these developments, what is artificial intelligence? We can define artificial intelligence into 3 words. Managing director dynamic. Artificial intelligence is machine learning, deep learning, and decision by use of machine learning and deep learning. The same thing is done by the CPU which God has given to each one of us, which is at the top of our body and which is uncomparable with any machine. Now, I want faculties to learn on their own. We may have FDP, we may have the material, but the evolution of technology is so much that a chartered accountant should be expert in data science. We are talking of data analytics, and when we talk of a software, like Zoho, so it is a ERP software. We should talk, about 8 to 10 softwares which are in the enterprise resource planning. Maybe Oracle, SAP, Tele has some features. Similarly, when we are talking about Python, the coding, the open source and the purchase which can be done. When we are talking of K9, and my suggestion is, currently we have faculties who know only one chapter. In last 2.5 months, I have interacted maybe with more than 500 faculties. And I have been doing this since beginning of my council entering in 1998. And we had an occasion to introduce this system somewhere around 2010 and later. So the current system where we have a smart board, the faculty should take like an ownership in the ITT lab. If the machines are not proper, if something is not functioning, if the speed is not proper, they should give a detailed report rather than passing on the responsibility to ITT lab in charge. Because if I am a director also, I am the actor also in the class. And I should see that each query of the student is answered. So my expectation from each faculty is that they should know everything. They should know, even those who are taking ITT, they should know the syllabus of advanced ITT. They should know much more than that, current developments and other things. We have forensic lab, and I would request Ms. Vidhi Gupta, Ms. Jyoti Arora, CA Dr. Rasmi Goyal, and whole team of BOS also. They should know all this. If we are organizing this program, then we should know, then only we can be a mastermind to the faculty. We can assist them. And each faculty must start using the smart board, must start using the new methods. We create our limitation in our mind that student know only this much. This is to be done. And please, all 4 of us are available for any feedback. Our email IDs are there. Our mobile numbers are there. What was in the past, you should discard, because every day is a new day. So I would like to have quick questions of the faculties, though I know that CA Rama Jayam is there. I also see Vishwajit Kundu and Kavita, who may be, but still I would like to take some feedback for in another 4-5 minutes. Ayaj, you have told me that anybody can unmute. Mr. Epitome support, Ayaj. तो क्यों नहीं कर पा रहे हैं वो? So I request faculties if they can unmute and ask a query.
हाँ, मुझे उनको बोलना करें.
Anyway, if the query and this is not coming, see, forget that student is a CA, they are a human being and they have all the intelligence which the person of BTech or BCA, Bachelor of Computer Application, Master of Computer Application. If Sridhar Vemu can create a Zoho, why not our student create a startup on IT side? You know, when I as a student learned CISA, DISA, I have seen that even a medical doctor, MBBS, is an expert in IT and they take DISA session rather than doing their medical practice. So over to you, Miss Jyoti, and please
Sir,
see that. Yeah, boliye Rasmi ji.
Sir, we would like to inform you that in this today's session, it is not in interactive mode, but at the same time, we have received certain queries from the faculties, which we can read and you may address their
But
queries,
this
sir.
mode of training, CA Dr. Rasmi Goel, with all respect to you, this mode of
We will
training
take
is
care.
totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable.
Sir, in the second half, we will make the necessary achievements so that it could be done.
Yeah. Yeah, can
Huh?
you read out those queries? I would like to see
Yes,
what
sir.
are the queries.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Madam, please. I'm just over to you.
Sir, it is Lingas Prasad. And he's asking, he's from
Jyoti
Vijayawada branch
ji,
of...
आप read कीजिए queries.
There we have a query related to Zoho. Like, are there is any firewall settings to be configured while logging to Zoho software? Please clarify, as I'm getting some system warning while trying to access Zoho. So I'm requesting my expert to please answer the query.
Yeah, other queries. I'll answer all them summarizingly.
Okay, sir. Read the other queries. Sir,
Again, about the Zoho, can we customize the invoice numbering preference? If yes, how we are able to do that?
Yes.
Okay. Other.
Now next we have again related to Zoho. Can user customize the invoice number? The same query we have. Again the related to configuration.
Ramajem. See,
Yes, sir.
when I'm seeing these queries, where the faculties have done their homework. Now on everything there is a YouTube video available. There are certain, access in the Zoho where they have created a person can access the Zoho. So my request to the faculties is that, please learn on your own from the Google, from the website, from the YouTube videos. Then only a better learning will happen. Okay, I think the faculty can take the class. CA J Rama JM, thank you for accepting our request to take the session on this. Over to you, Rama JM.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And please insist that they should learn on their own and practice on their own.
Sure, sir. Sure. Sure, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ramajam, sir, please start.
Yeah. So, friends, very good morning. This is CAJ Ramajam. I'm a practicing chartered accountant based in Chennai. So, today I'm going to do an overview of the accounting software, Zoho Books. So, before going into the topic, I'm ready to take the questions and answer them if possible. Jyoti ma'am, shall I clear all the questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, please, sir. We have already provided you on a WhatsApp group. Please go through with that.
Okay. So, fine. So, give me a moment. I'll open my WhatsApp and check. Yeah. So the first question is the
Ramajam, sir, please give a bit of introduction to the topic and then start taking queries.
All right. So there are two questions I can see in my WhatsApp. I will do an brief introduction, and then I'll take up the questions. So, good morning, everyone, once again. So, in the current ITT syllabus, Zoho Books has been introduced. Like Tally how it was. Both Zoho and Tally is available. So number one, Zoho Books is a cloud accounting software. So nothing to be installed in the machine. In a firewall, probably in a browser-based firewall, you need to if there is restrictions available, you need to enable the Zoho Books application. So the URL are as follows. So I think I've shared this URL with the team. So you will get this URL in your message box. So this is the link to sign up into Zoho. The second one is the link for all the products of Zoho. And the third is a very important link, which I'm going to do an overview, which is a demo company available in Zoho. And the last one is a product pricing page. So all the links are shared with you. So if in your environment this URL is opening, then you can work on with Zoho. There is no need of installation. Zoho is completely a cloud-based application. So now let me just move on to the chapters available in the book. So these are the important 12 chapters available in the book, similar to the Tally topics. So first one is what is Zoho Books and introduction to ERP. Then the second one is the important business process like procure to pay, order to cash, hire to retire. Then the third chapter is actually introduction to Zoho Books, and it continues on with the chart of accounts, accounting of. Yes. I will go through. First, I'm just giving you the list of contents in the book. I will move on with the slides. So these are the 12 list of topics similar to the my screen is not visible.
Sir, it's visible. So just
Okay.
down it. Next slide.
Understood. Fine. I think now it will be fine, I guess. Yes. So these are the 12 topics available in the book. It is as similar to your Tally topics like multi-currency.
Ramajam,
Yeah. Yes,
how
sir.
many such cloud-based softwares are there?
Sir, maybe
Ramajamji, how
100, sir.
many?
100 to 200, sir.
Which are first 10, top 10?
Top 10, maybe Zoho, Microsoft Dynamics, SAP HANA, SAP Business by Design, Oracle Fusion. These are the top cloud products having a significant market share, close to 80 to 90% of the market share.
And is the Zoho ERP or is it an accounting package?
Sir, the Zoho Books is an accounting package, sir. So alongside with Zoho Books, I have given a link to the members. These are the list of products. If you use all the products cumulatively, for sales they have a product, marketing they have a product, service they have a product, finance they have some list of products. So if the entity uses all these products together, then Zoho will act like a ERP.
Thank you, Ramajamji.
Yes, sir. So friends, so these are the 12 topics designed in aligned with Tally application. The only difference is Tally can be used as a desktop application. However, Zoho, there is no such case. You can use it as a cloud-based application. Now, coming to this link, I'll just give you a product overview. So this is a sign-up page where you can enter the name of the company, email address, mobile number, and a password to create an account. So all faculty members can ask your students to get into the sign-up page. I have shared all the links like this. First one is a link to sign up. So then a product link and a demo software link and a pricing link. So you can ask the students to fill up this link, and by this they can log in into their account and end up at a Zoho Books page. Again, through this they can use other applications as well. So this is a single sign-on to use all Zoho applications. So this is the first step. As a faculty members, you need to ask your student to register with. Now coming to the list of products, they have actually 6 pricing plans. These are the monthly plans starting with 749 per month, going to 7,999 per month. So totally 6 plans. However, for a smaller business with less than 25 lakhs of turnover, the Zoho Books is at free of cost. So you can ask the student to click on the sign up or the product sign up page and use a free plan actually. And when comparing all the plans, most of the features, most of the orders and significant features of invoicing, recording a transaction, creating a customer, creating a vendor, almost multi-currency accounting, say from start of accounts to bank reconciliation to inventory items, basic reporting items, GST applications, almost most of it is available in the free plan itself. So this is what with respect to the the pricing and the priced plan as well as free plans. Again, very important point, friends. This, if you even choose your pricing plan, it comes with a 14 days trial, no need of any payment. The moment you get into the Zoho Books, you register and create an account in Zoho Books, you will have a 14 days premium on any one of this standard to ultimate plans. Also, you can ask the students to mark down to a free plan. They can continue forever. So next item, I'm going to move to this product page where you have all list of products. So first, I know I know the audience. Some of them were chartered accountants and most of them were non-chartered accountants. So I'm going to take this session as slow as possible with the introduction part of it. So inside the product applications, so in grouped as finance, you have Zoho Books, Zoho Invoices, Expenses, Inventory. I'll tell you the main 4 applications, what it will do. Because with the moment you log into, most of you would have been a teacher for Tally application. So now we are going to first time start with Zoho. So unlike Tally, Zoho has a basic plan for accounting that is called books. But if you want an advanced inventory, for example, say one godown to another godown movement, you want to track inventory, you want to have multiple warehouses, you want to collaborate with multiple POS, point of sales, all of this, you need to use inventory application. But the moment you pass an invoice or create a sales invoice in inventory, it will automatically get reflected in books of accounts. Likewise, if the business entity feels it only wants use Zoho as an invoice application, they can sign up for invoice, which is 100% free. So whatever entries passed in invoice will automatically appear in the books. Like that, expenses also, whatever expenses booked will also appear in books of accounts. So it is all a single integrated framework. So if a business entity wants to use only invoice also possible, only expense also possible, only inventory also possible, or payroll, there is a practice management software called Practice. So if you want to work on a finance plus shoot where all the applications will come. So this is how the finance products of Zoho is placed at. There are multiple products called email, Zoho Sheet, another product called Zoho Business Analytics, where you can pull out all your sales and purchases data through this application. So basically, Zoho is a bundle of applications put together, and as a user, whatever you want for the ERP, you can go and sign up and use it. Each products come with a different cost. Again, there is one thing I want to finally conclude with this products page. There is something called Zoho One. Most of the products, there are 49 products in this licensing type, including your books. So with one user license of 1,800 rupees, you can go and try all the Zoho applications. Again, I'll tell you, the applications or all of these applications individually available for a trial, and some applications like invoices are 100% free. Now we are going to go into the books. So which is the content given. So moment you click on books, it will ask you to create an organization. and location of the organization. And it'll a 2-page process where you will end up at creating a company, like you create a company in Tally. Now, Zoho has given a demo company access. Through this link, you can go and access a company, a live company, which is given for a demonstration purpose. So the moment you sign up, you will end up at this page. You will end up at this page where all your companies will be listed on the right side. I will try to sign in on my application, my Zoho application. Give me one moment. Yeah. So this is how a page shows up, and all your companies are available in the right side. It is similar to your Tally gateway screen. So the moment you sign up, create an organization, you will land up here. So you can go and create as many as companies you want. So you will start with that creation page. So the moment a company is created, it will be available here. You can go and choose your free plan. So I would request all of you to ask your students to sign up for the free plan, and it can use for a longer run. The students can use this Zoho books even after the completion of session also. So now I've created a demo for ICI, the company. So I'm going to click on this, go to organization. I will land up at the dashboard page. All the applications, totals, some visualizations has been by default given in Zoho. So here I can go and click on this right side top, go and change any organization. And I can seamlessly jump into every organization. So I created this trial company 2 days back. It is asking me trial expires in 12 days. So I can go for subscribe here. I can go and click for switch to free plan. Now in this case, yes. If I give for switch to free plan, so the entire organization now it's being reloaded as a free plan. So I can continue this company. So you can ask, by default, it will be in the paid plan. You can ask the students to convert back into free plan and you can teach. So this is what with respect to the Zoho books introduction is about. So I've already explained the pricing page of it. So I'm going to skip that part. So now let me just go and now you would have seen what is our ERP, Zoho books, and our ERP is connected. So if you use all the multiple products, bundling it to a single application, you can use this Zoho as a true ERP. So key features, I'm going to skip this, it's all very generic, and some benefits I want to really speak about with respect to Zoho. Zoho is a cloud-based application, so the data is available 24/7. No need to go to a specific machine and log in. For example, if you use Tally, you need to access a specific machine with a license, and the data should be available in that machine. Then only you can work. Zoho is not like that. It is a cloud-based application. So you can use it any web browser. I can go get your email ID, sign in here. I can get access to your company. As well as Zoho gives you a mobile app for Zoho books, through which also you can able to work on with Zoho books. So it is a streamlined cloud end-to-end application. So anywhere, anytime, actually you can go and work. So with this, my introduction, I'm going to complete the introduction for Zoho books. So I'll go to the next process, which is optimizing business process. So there are 3 basic business process, crucial business processes are given. That is procure to pay. So then that is right from the purchase intent, then to the purchase order, then to making purchases with the GRN, then to finally account the purchases and pay the bills. So all of this are integrated end to end. I'll show you a small screenshot in Zoho books, probably in the demo company I'll show you. So here in the purchases, you can go and create vendor. I think my screen is visible enough. Here I can go and create a the vendors in the screen with the contact number and basically a vendor registration form with addresses, contact person, the bank detail, something similar to our creditors creation or ledger creation in Tally. You can book a expenditure directly without actually booking a bill, and you can go and click on any recurring expenditure like salary and other things can be posted on this link. You can create a PO here. You can make people who can authorize also in a paid version. Now finally you can account a bill and you can go and click on the payments to the vendor. So right from placing the order till the receipt of goods, and receipt of goods can be actually done in the items. So to the receipt of goods till the vendor payment, everything can be interlinked and seamlessly closed. So this supports a very crucial business process of say order to procure to pay. The next one is order to cash. Similar to procure to pay, you have order to cash as well, where you can go and place an order and sales order and receive the goods and receive the money from the vendor. Likewise, you have hire to retire. The payroll process right from recruitment till the settlement, the income tax computation process, all of this are defined in hire to retire process. So these are the crucial business process actually explained in the book, not really connected with it's really connected with the business process, which can also be configured in Zoho. So let me just quickly move on to the next portion of actual interaction, which I have completed in Zoho Books. That is the trial logging in part of the Zoho Books, accessing the Zoho Books. Now let's go and see the dashboard part of it. So in Zoho, you by default, you log in into a company, you get landed in this particular page. You get landed into this particular page. This is called a dashboard of Zoho Books, similar to a gateway of Tally, where you open and land up in the company. So in this page, you have the total receivables. It is grouped as on the aging basis, and you can click on this. It will show you further details of who are the vendors above 45 days, how much is overdue, and all of this is available. So it will give you the total payables as well. The cash flow will also be available in a chart, and some bar chart for the income and expenditure for periods. What was the total expenditure? What was the percentage of it? And some other there is a projects billing option available, where service-oriented business can go and put their unbilled and billed hours. Later, they can convert this billing hours into a invoice. So how much the unbilled hours are there and how much expenditure is being booked is also available. And also the list of all cash and bank accounts along with their balances also available in the screen. So this dashboard helps any businesses to monitor what is receivable, what is payable on a macro perspective. So this dashboard gets changed for every entry being passed in the books instantly. You can come and refresh. You will get all of this. Again, as chairman sir said, you have this announcements page and the financial year task, which I will show you from a live company in a different perspective. So this will give you the financial year-end task. This will give you the glimpse of what has to be done on the year-end basis. And also there is an announcement tab. Here Zoho will give you the latest updates or latest training sessions and things like that. So also it has its own tutorial on how to do few things. So, and all of this available in this particular dashboard page. So this has been explained in the PPT one after another. So let me mark it as complete and move on to the next chapter. So I know, friends, I'm little speed because unfortunately I have another few minutes to complete it. So I thought of giving a quick glance about this topic. You can very well ask for a recording of this session, and as well as you can very well log in into the page. Most of these options you will get it by your own if you're an existing faculty for Tally. So next one is the first step after creating a company is the opening balances part of it. So first let me just move to the chart of accounts. Under accountant, you have chart of accounts. Basically like a trial balance or listing all the ledgers. So like Tally, you have a default cash and a profit and loss account created. Here in Zoho, most of the ledgers which is actually required are created, right from purchases of materials, subcontractor, inventory, expenditure like rent, purchase discount, drawings, okay, capitals, accounts payable and accounts receivable, and most of it are by default created. TDS, advance tax, and everything is by default created. This is not a group. This is not a group as such you have in Tally. All these are ledgers, chart of accounts. But one difference, accounts receivable and accounts payable. Accounts payable acts like a group in Tally. So you cannot go and create a debtor and mark it under accounts receivable. It will not appear in this list. So any debtor or any receivable or any payable account, any vendor or any customer has to go through this customer creation under sales. If it is a vendor, you have to go and create the vendor under purchases. So these two items, customers and vendors, are marked as contacts in Zoho. It is not actually ledgers, but whatever gets posted into this account, the sum total of this amount goes to the chart of accounts here. So basically, it is basically a chart of accounts listing all the ledgers, but accounts receivable and accounts payable is not a ledger. It acts like a group, and anything you mark under, create under customers and create under vendors, those balances will automatically made a sum total to this accounts receivable and available in all financial reports like balance sheet or profit and loss account. So now let me go and create a basic chart of accounts. So the underlying idea or the knowledge from this session is, from this places, the chart of accounts, you can only create any ledger other than a debtor and a creditor if it is not available. So I'm planning to go and create one more ledger. So I'm going to say, these are the group names. I'm going to say bank. Here in the bank, I'm going to say Bank of Baroda. So I can give a account code here, any ledger code if I follow, and but it should not be duplicated. Account name should also not be duplicated, and account number, I can give any account number. I can give any IFSC code, and any description if I want. I can say account in Nagpur branch. I can save this. So like this, I can go create any ledger, group it under any group, and this is available here. Again, I'm going to create one more ledger. Say I'm going to say under indirect expenses, I'm going to say wages. Sorry. I need not to give any account code also, doesn't require. So the star marked items are account type, that is a group name, and the account name. I'm going to give say, it gets created. So this is how you can go and create ledgers in chart of accounts. Also, everywhere in Tally, you will have a F12 screen where you can go and create multiple, or you can go and check out the settings of any screen. Like that in Zoho, you have these 3 buttons. So these 3 buttons. So in this 3 button, you can click and say import or export of chart of accounts. So here in import, you can get download the sample file. Download the sample file, and this sample file can be opened, and here you can fill all the ledgers, group inside the groups available, and save it, and use this import option and upload it. All the ledgers will be created in single shot in chart of accounts. So bulk imports of ledger is also available in this chart of accounts. So now next one is I will move on to creation of this customers and the creation of the vendors. So here I can go to customers. And click on a new customer here. So say, for example, I'm going to say primary contact is Miss Jyoti. The company name is SIRC of ICAI. Display name I can change to any. I can give an email address as well. I can mark whether they are GST registered or not. So I have to do from the home screen. Then I can go and put any other details, maybe the opening balance, say 15,000 rupees, and give save. Now this ledger has been created in Tally, but not under the chart of accounts. Not under chart of accounts. You will not find Jyoti here. It is created under the customers. But when you go and run the trial balance report under reports, you will find the balance with the opening balance adjustment of 15,000 and accounts receivable of 50,000. So this is a suspense account which is created because without any corresponding debit credit create a ledger here. Now I click on this, so it will list me all the receivables. So SIRC, it is listing. So accounts receivable is like a subgroup or a group where all the receivables and customers being listed. Similarly, friends, you can go and click on this purchases, create a vendor. Say vendor, I'm going to say the company name is MS Limited. So here I'm going to say opening balance 1,500. Save. The contact has been saved. So now under vendors, you will have 2 vendors here, for which 1,500 is payable. Again, I'll go to the reports, check on with trial balance. Now accounts payable of 1,500 will appear here. So this is how opening balance can be posted. Again, friends, you can go and do a bulk posting of the opening balance as well. Say you can go to the customer, click on this 3 button, import customers. You can give a opening balance. Okay, you can also export customers. A lot of other preferences. So you want to by default you want to enable a credit limit for the customers. You can do it. By default, it was business. If you want to change it to individual, you can do it. Okay. So all of other things are available. You can go and create an additional field also. Currently, it is not available in my free plan. So any additional fields, for example, now you all know the MSME vendors, customers, you need the MSME number. You can go and create a new screen called a new field called MSME number. And you can say the data type is a text box. So here you can go and put the value and save. So this MSME I cannot create currently because my plan does not allow it. So if this has been created, it will automatically appear in the customer creation form. It will automatically appear in the customer creation form. Again, in the custom fields, it will appear here. So with this, you can go and create any number of custom fields subject to your plan allows. So you can do it for the same for customers as well as for vendors. So with this, I think I've completed the opening balances part of it for the opening balance part of it for the from the perspective of the book. So let me just move on to the next part of it on recording the sales and recording the purchases. But before that, I want to quickly complete the journal part of it. You all know the Tally as accounting vouchers, say from receipts, payment, contra, purchases, sales, and the journals. Like that, any item with respect to the movement of goods, with respect to sales, can be passed under this invoices and payments received. Anything under purchases will be passed under this expenses if it does not involve bill booking. If it involves bill booking, it will be booked under bills and entry will be subsequently made as payment made. But apart from that, you require anything, it should be passed under manual journals. So in manual journals, you can go and create any entry, debiting or crediting any ledgers. So let me go and create. There are two ways of creating it. In manual journals, you can give a plus button here, or you can go and click this plus button, you get into a new journal. So I'm planning to, before this end of the session, I'm planning to create a sales invoice as well as a journal entry to post and show you how the entry is being posted into this Zoho books. So the moment I click a manual journal, it will ask me the journal date of journal. By default, it is set to today, and it will give me the reference number of the journal. If I want, I can give any number. And also the invoice number customization. I think there were some people asking me sales invoice customization. I can click on this. So it will ask me auto generate, or I can say I can manually add as well. And all the settings can be monitored in the preferences page. So here there is a button, a settings button here in the right corner. So you can click on this. All the major settings will be listed here. It is similar to your F11 button in the Tally application, where all the settings will be listed, all the modules will be listed. So your basic organization, where you will have a profile, the basic the creation screen, I can go and edit something back, I can add. So currencies, branding, logos, other things can be done, and opening balance can also be given here. So here, most of the settings are available. Tax settings to the preference settings, and all of the settings are available. So here, when it comes,
sir, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Sir, can we fix this? Actually, we have to take a query and answer sessions also.
All right, ma'am.
Please, sir.
Okay, ma'am. I'm ready to take the questions, ma'am. Shall I answer the questions one by one?
So Kundu sir is there with us. Kundu sir, please take the session.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, I'm started. Okay, the first question that is, in a new syllabus, accounting packages Tally ERP9 is replaced with Zoho book. Answer is no. Tally ERP9 still present, and the institute think the latest model of the Tally, that is the Edilog setup with Tally 4.9. And the second question for the Zoho, will there any resume that is irrelevant? Next one, can we access different user of the security control in Zoho like Teleprime? Yes, you can. Then the next one for Zoho book, can user customize invoicing number preference? How can be done? Is possible. So you can use the customize some invoicing number. Already
Mr. Vijay, little bit slow.
Oh,
Little
sir.
bit slow. Your pace is quite fast.
Okay. Actually, sir,
And it should be like that Neetu Kapoor from Chandigarh has asked this question. That the question is, I'll ask the question from you. There will be an assessment test conducted topic wise? Yes,
Ma'am.
it will be a general. All the topics that has been introduced, the new topics that has been introduced, test will be taken tomorrow. Next question, Kunduji, you can ask.
Okay, so question is that can user customize invoicing number preference? Yes. Next question, the respected panel greeting of the day. Are there is any farewell sitting? The answer already told. Yes, you can. Then next question, we can import opening balance of customer and vendor when importing customer vendor bulk from Excel. Yes. Next question, Zoho book, sir, we have to teach Zoho ERP in addition to Tally ERP 9. No, sir, there's a two different topic. Next, Zoho, how to generate composite cell invoice in Tally. If you go through the PPT or go through the book, there is a screenshot there and all the detail how you can composite cell done that is shown. Next, I have a client who is using Zoho and also learn from YouTube. Okay. Next, rate of GST change from an item, say from 2/5/2024, and some bill are raised on 30/4/2024. Whether the old GST rate will be applicable? Yes, old GST rate applicable. Please send the Zoom link. Please share all the link, include the demo software company link. So already Ram sir provided all the link. Can we activate a specific?
Jyoti ma'am, that link is, sorry sir. Jyoti ma'am, the link is given to them, given to the participants.
Sir, in due future we provide all the links which you all have shared to us. Kundu sir, bit slower. Your voice is not clear.
Madam, if possible, can you share that in the chat window to all the participants now so that they can explore the demo in the after this session? The link I've already shared.
We'll do that. We'll do that, sir.
Thank you.
Ma'am, now it's audible. Actually, my voice is a little bit choked, so that's why. So next question, we can activate a specific product according to our requirement. Yes, you can create some different product as per your requirement. I qualified in May 1981, initiated a startup in Singapore 1997. I own a product named Image Accounting, which has a many installation in Singapore and Southeast Asia. My suggestion is to cover the material more than case study. Sir, case study also provided, lots of case study are there. So definitely provided lots of case studies. Next question, what is the duration of Zoho session? Actually that question answer may be given from admin side. Next, how can we use it after 14 days? Actually, sir, in 14-day demo trial in Zoho book, so you can create 5 different organization. In Zoho book, the term to be used organization instead of company like Tally. So there is 1,000 free entry done, and if there is any problems, you can delete the last organization, then Zoho allow to create next one. Sir, can we get a lab manual for Zoho part? Yes. Can the link for the education mode to be shared? Sir, there is not necessary to got any link as because this is a browser application. Simply type the Zoho login, the screen automatically display, put your username and password. You can easily enable to cover the Zoho screen. Zoho book is a free plan. Free plan support for voucher approval option. Yes, in free option, you can create any voucher, hold that voucher, and from someday, if possible, then you can directly go through the from voucher to billing part. What are advantage of Tally over Zoho book? Actually, there is a 2 different application. Basically, Tally for accounting perspective, easy to simple to be used. For Zoho, basically cloud-based application, lots of area covered in Zoho. But there's a much more similarities Tally and Zoho, but not exactly all are the same. How can CA we ship Tally data to Zoho book? It's possible, but in that case, you need the proper version of the Zoho that from the ODBC format from Tally data to transfer in Zoho. So can we got the current PPT of Zoho book that already shared? Do Zoho have approval hierarchy support? Does the Zoho have the budgetary control? In addition to the budget, do Zoho is a compliance with the generating benchmark of ERP? Sir, if you purchase all the module, then Zoho behave like an ERP. For the single model, it's not possible to line up all the ERP setup. Can we migrate our Tally to Zoho? Yes. Data transfer Zoho. Can the data migrated done from a Tally to Zoho? Yes. Can I transfer data to company in Zoho? Yes. Some like of Tally you can create a group company. In Zoho also you can create more than 2 organizations, same like the group organization settings. Can I transfer data to company Zoho book? Possible. MIS Zoho, so already Ram sir show how you create the MIS report in Zoho. If we request our client to switch off Zoho, that can be the migrated the data mid of the financial year. Actually, migrating possible, but let me show all the data transfer from some other application to Zoho book. Sir, as a faculty, how can keep the using Zoho after 14 days trial? Sir, answer already given. So after 14 days, 1,000 free entry are there. There is a maximum 5 organization you can creating using Zoho application. So if there is any ambiguity, so you can delete the last organization, then automatically you can access from the new company. E-return, yes, possible e-return, and that also be possible. You can easily transfer data from Zoho portal to GST, TDS, and TCS portal. Can we rectify any transaction? Yes, sir. You can easily rectify.
Vishwanath sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. Go a little slow, sir. Even I cannot follow with that.
Sir, actually 10 minutes. Lots of questions are there.
Problem nahi hai, sir. Little slow, sir, please.
Kunduji, I'll read the questions. Don't worry. I'll read the questions. Just hold on.
Okay.
Sir, question is from CA Mukesh Saran from Lucknow. He's asking, what about the edit log in Zoho? Ramajam sir, can you answer this? Vishwajit sir.
Sir, possible. So go to the settings tab. Go to the Ram sir. You can show the screen. Go to the settings tab. So there is a find the edit log feature.
Next question is from Alok Hyderabad. He's asking, will security controls from the completely without the license purchase?
Yes, ma'am. Possible.
Next question is from Ramazam sir. It is from the Harish Warangal. It is on the Zoho. Can we customize a voucher as we do in Tally, like the part of sales will be cash, UPI banks, or any barcoding?
Yes, ma'am.
Possible.
Yes, all the PPTs will be shared to all the faculties, as well as we will sharing the video lectures shortly among all the active faculties. Can we get the PPT of you? Yes, you can get. Assessment will be done on the MCQ base. Yes, it is an MCQ base. It will be conducted tomorrow and after the session. That is in the evening time. You will get a mail for that. That next question is from Minakshi Gurugram. What content will be available on the website and what will the books available? Books are already been shared with all the faculties. Link of the books. We'll share it once again over the mail. Next question is from the Bharat, that is Chittorgarh. Is the faculty other than accountant Tally have to give the assessment which schedule on 4th May of the? Only the faculties are allowed to give the test for that. Parth Sarthi from Coimbatore. It is a multi-user license or we have to get an individual license for student practice. For Zoho, Sir Ramajam sir, you can answer this query.
So no licensing requirement. It is a free plan. Anyone can with a valid email address can use it.
No, Ramjam, sorry to disturb you. Actually, yes, they are asking about multi-user. The same organization can be, whether it can be approached by 2 or 3 users.
Yes, I can explain, sir. I can explain. So in a free plan, only one user can be able to access. When it is a paid plan, multiple users can be accessed.
Yes.
So, for example, a certain paid plan has only 3 users. If the organization wants 10 people to use, you can go and purchase the users as an add-in. I think every user will be like 100 rupees per month, and you can add 10 users, and all 10 users can work simultaneously logging into the Zoho application from multiple locations.
So
we have a last question. We have a last question from Neetu Kumar Chandigarh. This is on Zoho only. She tried to transfer the data from Tally to Zoho last year, but she's unable to do that. So she has to post the entries one by one. Is there any other provision for that? Ramajam sir, you can answer it.
Yes, madam, available. She can go and separate the sales separately, purchases separately, and all other things in journal vouchers, credit notes, and every voucher as a bulk import model. She can go and create all those, fill all those Excel items and import that into the bulk entry so that the entry gets posted into the Zoho in a bulk. She can try that.
Tally to Zoho.
Thank you, Ramajam sir and Kundu sir. And for this, there is no other for questions. I request all the faculties, if you still have any queries, you kindly post it over there. We will revert you on the mail IDs that from which this questions has been posted. Now we come up with our second session. Our second session, we have our esteemed faculties, CA Parth Chauhan ji and CA Ratnagiri ji. I welcome both of them. So I hand it over to you, Ratnagiri sir.
Actually, I think it is for Parth, ma'am.
Parts.
Okay.
So-
Sorry, so I hand it over the session to the Parth sir.
It's
Yes, yes,
related to RPA.
Yes, ma'am.
So our topic is robotic process automation. So Parth sir, you can start.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
And I hope I'm visible as well. And my screen, I'm unshared. Yeah, let me share my screen.
Sir, you are allowed to
So-
share your PPTs.
Yeah.
You can
ma'am.
share
I'm
it
doing
yourself.
Yes, ma'am. I'm doing it. Yeah, I'll share the entire screen. Okay. Yeah. So I hope my screen is visible. Before going to the PPT, let me intrigue you by giving you what RPA actually is possible, can do, right? So here's a small code. Let me just run it and show you guys what it's doing. My hands are over here. I'm doing nothing. The code will run on its own and you'll see what RPA is actually. And then I'll go to the PPT and explain you what everything can be done. So you
Parth,
see-
this coding is not visible.
Okay, my screen, is it visible that it's selecting everything?
Like, now it is visible, that is visible,
yeah.
but your
Okay, yeah.
coding which you showed in
Yeah.
Notepad, it was not visible.
Yeah, that's fine. This is the main part that I want to show everything. Coding, I'll explain later.
Okay.
This is the main part that I wanted to show everyone. What RPA actually is. So my hands are tight. I'm not doing anything. This is not a recording even. This is live RPA. As you can see, it's going on its own. It is selecting certain things. Now it will download a PPT. Oh, sorry, it will download Excel. And of course, rename it. See, it renamed the PPT by itself. So it will do this 3 times. Again, it's for if somebody missed it. Now it is changing the location. Again, it has refreshed it. Now it is going to select the vehicle type and the norms of which the vehicle is doing. This is our Vahan website. It is an open portal. Anyone can go over there and get the data from government. So again, it's going to download a Excel and of course rename it as per the requirement. And just one last PPT, one last Excel. I'm sure. I hope I'm not rushing a bit. I mean, my speed is okay. Can I get a feedback?
Yeah, your
Yes,
speed
Parth,
is okay.
not a problem.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Thank you, guys. So again, the last Excel it loaded, it renamed it and it saved it. It will close the browser. And it will of course load that Excel. It showed you all the Excels it downloaded. And it loaded only one Excel, which I had asked it to do. So this is the Excel that it loaded. So all the data was again loaded with me. So basically, now I'll show you the code. I can show you the code, but of course, I'll explain you a bit smaller code at a later point of time. Let me go to my PPT now. So what is RPA? RPA is basically a process which is automated using software. Now, let's go to the introduction part. RPA is a form of basic process automation that is based on software robots or artificial intelligence agents. Now, currently, artificial intelligence is developing on its own. However, eventually we'll be able to, what should I say, not program this. I mean, you could see that I've written some code, but eventually AI will be able to mimic our actions based on our recordings. So again, this is sometimes known as software robotics, not to be confused with robot software. There are very human tasks that are done repeatedly, which do not require intelligent working or processing such tasks. Such tasks can be automated using RPA. So as you saw, the data which is being downloaded from Vahan site, now this doesn't require any human intelligence or any working or any processing. It just needs to be downloaded. Now you usually employ someone to just download certain data on a regular basis. You might be doing this for GSTR 2A, 26AS. You need to download this regularly and check it out and then do a reconciliation. Okay, fine. This has matched, this has not matched and everything. Another example would be to get data from BSE or NSE, some stock data. So these are basically meant to automate
But
these
sir,
repeated
you are
tasks.
not audible.
I'm not audible. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please
just
be
a sec. Just
slow. Huh?
okay. Okay. My speed. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll be slow. I'll be slow. Yeah. I'm sorry. So should I repeat the last part or I just go forward?
Please repeat the last part, only the last part.
Last part. Yeah. Yeah. So as you can see, there are many tasks which need to be done repeatedly. In our case, in our CA profession, we do download GSTR 2A, we do download 26AS for TDS reconciliation, GSTR 2A for GST reconciliations, bank statements for bank reconciliations. We download them on a regular basis. Now, such mundane and repetitive tasks are automated using RPA because you need to download them every day and then do some certain basic recons. So again, another example would be opening some BSC or NSC and getting stock data out of it. This task can be automated using RPA. Let's get some background of it, how things work. So I'll be skipping this part because this part is not that important. I'll be directly moving on to RPA because I'll be concentrating more on your doubts rather than the theory part. So what is robotic? The word robotic may sound like a physically shaped, strong, bulky bot, but it's all about software. No physical shape or form. So as you can see that there was no robot sitting in my place. I was just sitting over here. I wrote some code and it mimicked. So the robotic also supports, like any other software, robotic also supports human efforts by automating human activities in an enterprise. It is sometimes referred to as software robotics. So this is kind of software robotic that you're trying to mimic a human. You are trying to just do what a human does on a regular basis. And of course, it has certain coding part to it. So this is software robotics process. Now, process is a misnomer, and better alternative would be task. Now, what is a task? Let me explain you that. So if I go to some browser and I click, now I'm starting a browser. This part is called a task. Then I go to some website. Let us say I go to GST website. This is. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, you are
Yeah,
audible.
I'm audible. Okay. So again, I went to some GST website. So this is another task. Now I go to some search pair, then I search for GSTN. This is the third task. So after this, I'll input some GST number and I'll get it. And I'll get the details. So let me just keep it for my copying. Yeah. So when I put some GST number over here, this is the fourth task. And when I put some what should I say? Capture, this is fifth, and ultimately I get the details. So this is the last task that I did. So ultimately these 5 tasks make a process that when you complete this process, you get some output. So the input was that I wanted this to do this. I had done 5 tasks to achieve it. This is what a task is. So ultimately it builds up a process. So a combination of such tasks adds up to a process, right? Now, what all can be done using RPA? Well, you can collect inputs. As you saw, I collected input from Vahan website. I can process that input. Now, as you saw that I had that data from Vahan website, which was downloaded in Excel form, in my data format. In Python, I could show you the data that yes, I have it. That process, that data can after some point of time be mailed or shown on some dashboard. So that's what RPA can do. Again, this is a repeated part of it. I won't repeat this. Benefits, of course, there'll be cost savings because most of the part is automated. You know, you may not devote your time towards it. So time is money and you're saving your time, of course. There's increased productivity, there's quality, there's efficiency, agility, and control. Challenges. Yeah, this is the more important part. First challenge is change management. Now, as you can see, when we are we have just advented into the field of AI, and many people have been threatened for their jobs. Again, RPA, as you can see, I've automated a basic task, and the person who might be doing this task initially will be threatened that, oh my God, my work is getting automated. I'll be thrown out of the organization. Now, this is change management, which we need to handle and explain him, Baba, no, you'll be able to do more tasks. You just start it and watch. If there is any flaw in it, you change it or you modify it. Next part is maintenance of it. Now, Vahan site is updated on a regular basis. GST site is updated on a regular basis. For that matter, any site is updated on a regular basis.
Partji,
So
there is a feedback
ma'am?
from the faculties are coming
Yeah.
that your pitch is quite low and your
Okay.
speed is quite high. They are not able to understand. I request you to kindly come close to the speaker and then speak.
Just a second. Yeah. Let me remove my
Pitch should be slow and your volume should be high, sir.
Yeah. Just a second.
And explain these challenges in the RPA again.
Okay.
Slideshow view.
I hope this is better.
So please make it slideshow view instead of showing the slide like this.
Okay. No issues. Yeah. So I'll repeat the last part. So change management. Now, as you saw that I have automated certain part of downloading from Vahan website. In a similar way, I could have downloaded data from GST website, from 26, what should I say, TAN website, and there are many more sources from which I could have downloaded the data. Now, the person who was doing this task will get threatened that his job might be affected now. Well, we need to make him understand that no, his job will not be affected. Instead, he'll be doing more work. So that is how change management needs to be handled. For maintenance, now as you have seen GST website, you have seen TDS website, you have seen many other websites. These keep on changing because technology is not constant and your UI keeps on changing. UI is user interface. So as UI changes, even the RPA changes because you and I understand what icon is what, where do I need to click. But at current stage, as AI has not been applied to RPA, it is not intelligent enough, or what should I say, it doesn't have the basic intelligence to understand where should, now the button has changed and I should click this button, right? And of course, there is initial cash flow issue that while developing such software, it takes a lot of cash outflow. Now, practical case study. Yeah, let's work on this now. So let me explain this. Where does RPA apply? RPA basically applies where you have certain inputs and certain outputs, where tasks can be repeated. Let me make this again. Yeah, where certain tasks can be automated, where certain tasks have certain inputs and certain, where the output will be. So आपको पता होता है, मतलब we need to start from here. So when I've downloaded data from Vahan website, you know that we have to click Chrome, we have to do this. So there are certain steps which are defined, and these are repetitive steps, and they have certain inputs, certain start points and certain endpoints. So this is where you can actually apply RPA. Let's do some basic RPA now. I'll show my screen. I'll do some basic RPA. I'll be teaching Selenium from RPA, right? So let me start with Python now. I guess I'll have to teach some part of Python. I hope that's okay with Rama sir. I know it is his part. So go to the website, just search for Python. The first thing that you'll see over here is Python itself. Download any Python that you wish. It works with any of them. For now, I'll be downloading Python 3.12. Guys, do follow this installation closely because this will help you later to adjust things, because people don't follow this and then they are unable to understand what happened, right? So always
Paji, you are not able to you are not audible.
Audible और सब तेज
जब डाउनलोड किया ना उसके बाद से दोबारा से बोलिए.
हाँ ये आवाज के लिए क्या किया जाए?
आप उसके क्लोज आ जाइए ना अपने माइक के.
I'm as close as I can be. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. So as you can see, I've downloaded Python. After that, the next task will be to set exe to your path. कम आवाज आ रहा है? मतलब am I okay now? Jyoti ma'am.
Parth, if you are using headphones, it is okay. But I hope it is not audible for people who are using speaker maybe. Okay? So I'm using headphone. It is okay for me.
Okay. Yeah. So as you can see, I've downloaded Python. I've started the installation. Always remember that when you start your installation, you should add Python to your path, because when you add certain libraries to your Python, which we will again install, it requires it, right? So after this, customize installation, take everything out of this, and always remember Python should be installed for all the users. Then you do next. Remember, when you do next, you'll see this path, this huge path. Don't do this. Install it for all the users. You might tick or untick, this doesn't matter, then install. I'm not installing this because I already have Python. Once you install this, at the end of it, you'll get a disclaimer that Windows is restricting this. Agree to it, let it add to your XPath, right? Once you have installed it, I'll be canceling this. Once you have installed it, next part would be to start using it. So let me start. Let me get you a hang of the look and feel. So how do you start Python? Well, you go to start, type IDLE. This is the default integrated development environment that Python gives you, right? So from here, the Python has started. If you wish to test, as you can see, it is showing Python 3.10.10 is installed on my PC. It is AMD 64-bit. If you wish to test some basic task, write 1 plus 2. It is doing addition. If you get user input, so you can write it simply by saying, put a variable to it, input, your name, and close it. It is asking my name and typing path. If I check, it's path. If you wish to print something, you can print using print command. And it will print it. Likewise, you can do any other task. This is just simple scripting and checking out what is possible, what is not possible. To import your libraries, you can type import. Let me import a time library. Time is used basically to slow certain tasks. So when you saw my website, the website takes time to load. When your website is loading, the bot or RPA, the robotic process automation, doesn't understand that it is taking time to load. So you need to put certain delays. So when you put, how to put a delay? So time dot sleep 2 seconds. So it will wait for 2 seconds and it will throw me out again. See, it waited for 2 seconds and it will throw me out. Now let me show you some basic automation. Okay. So to start your automation, you just need to import a library, Selenium. Before installing it, before using it, you need to install it. To install it, go to the browser, go to again this part, type command prompt, run it as administrator, and type pip install Selenium. It will install it. In my case, it is already installed. I won't be going forward with it. It is just simple pip command. If you wish to understand how it is installed, just go to Chrome, search for pip install Selenium. It will show you. You can actually copy the command from here. If you are a newbie, as you are a newbie, go to ChatGPT and even ask it. It will help you. I mean, I know prompt engineering is not part of our curriculum, but I'm just telling you how to do it. So if you ask how to install Selenium for Python, it will show you. See, I've done a mistake. I hope it does revert me. Yeah, you can use the pip. So that's it. It is that easy, right? So let's start some. Let's again give it a prompt and do forward with it. I hope this will be much better for you guys to understand. So I'll write a basic Python code using Selenium to start a browser and go to a website. I'll go to, just a sec. Sorry guys. I'll go to gst.gov.in. I'll copy this URL. So as you can see, it's given you the code, just copy it. Go to your browser, go to your IDLE, paste it and save this. We won't be using a path as there is already a path. We just need to start it. I hope it does. If it doesn't, we'll give it a path. So as you can see, it has started a browser, and of course, it has gone to the GST website. So this is the basic part of how you go to a website. Now let's learn how we can automate this. How we can automate a website. Let me quit the browser. Now, always remember, in a website, there are various elements. Basic elements are tags and tags attributes. So let me just Google it again. I mean, I'm trying to explain you how you can do it yourself. So you can see all these are the elements. Each element goes into a tag. So there is a HTML tag, there is a head tag, there's a body. In body, you have various other tags. Now, every tag has certain elements or attributes. We usually work with global attributes. href is an attribute, image is an attribute, source is an attribute. All these are attributes, and we usually work with 4 attributes. So 4 attributes that we usually use is ID, you can see this is the ID attribute of H1. You can apply this to any tag that you want. It is just to target that element. Next is XPath. Okay, fine. I'll show you this on a live website. Then we have class. So as you can see, every element has been addressed in a class. So this is one of the attributes that we use. And I guess these 3 attributes are more than enough for us. In Python, how do we address these attributes? So before going to Python, let us go to our website. Actually, this is troubling me a lot. Just a second. Whenever I go to the top, it goes.
But again, there is a problem in your speaker, your microphone. Still, I'm getting the queries that you're not audible.
Okay. Actually, I'm not using any microphone as of now. I mean, I'm just using normal, what should I say, speaker of my phone. I think, well, I don't know why the issue is coming. I mean,
You may use a headphone or microphone, some leads.
No, I'm just using normal, what should I say, the normal laptop earphones. Anyways, I'm not using any earphones as of now. Okay, fine. It's the lecture started. Otherwise, I'm going to shift it to a new laptop. Anyways, so now let's go to the learning part of it. How do we actually access an element? So this is the website where I had inputted my GST number, right? So to access this element, you need to press F12. So as you can see, I've pressed F12, and now you can see all these elements, all the details about it. To get detail about this element, you just need to click this. Click this arrow, right? And click on this element. Let me repeat it. Click on this arrow and click this element. You can see all these detail about this of that element, of that placeholder. So it has an ID for GSTN. It has a name for GSTN. It has a type text. This is an input box and other elements. It has a class. This is the huge class that it is showing me, right? So now to access this in Selenium, let us again go to ChatGPT and ask how to do it. So again, we'll ask ChatGPT, right? Python Selenium code to put data in the element. And let us copy that element. I'm sorry, I have to make this short again and again because it's copy. We'll copy the element. So it will write your code of it. Great, great. Now what you need to understand is that it has given you the code that to get that element, you need to use this. Of course, this is old, what should I say, ChatGPT. You can use other AI tools to do it. So let me put it over here. Put it in my code now. Get the GST number element. This is the old code. I'll update it. Currently, it is done like this. Of course, you won't know this. This will come when you start working more on automations using RPA and Python. Put any GST number that you wish to do.
Path, I think you have to put the code after the get URL.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll do so. I'll do so. Yes. So as sir mentioned, when the website is open, after that we need to do, let's comment it out. For commenting, again, I know you have not been taught Python. I wish you have some basic about Python. For commenting in Python, you need to use this hashtag. So all these red elements are comments. This will help you at later point of stage when you actually go to your code and check and you need to update it. You'll understand what you have done and how you have done, right? So get driver by element. Oh, sorry, this should be that only, which was there. So once we have that element, we need to input the GST number into it. Let's test it out. I guess this code will fail because it has many flaws in it, as per my understanding. But let me show you. So this is one thing that was missing in it. I'll add it. You need to be very careful with your libraries, right? So when you are, this is an update in the library. Of course, there are various versions of the library. You need to be careful with which one you are using. Of course, when we give you those libraries, we'll be making them stable so that you don't have such issues. So when I've targeted that element, you need to go by.id. So for that, we need to import this by. That is what I've imported from here. And then we send keys to it, that GST number that we have done. And let's do one more thing. I had taught you import. Let me import time now and put some delay when we're inserting the GST number. So time to load the website. Let's give it 2 seconds. And let's run it. So again, it has gone to GST website, but there was a mistake. Yes, there was a mistake. We had to go to the GST search page. So we'll go to this directly now. I'm sorry, guys. There was a mistake in this. As you can see, it has failed. The reason for the failure is it did not get the element. Now, if we check that, it is very simple. Again, go to F12. And ID was GSTN. we need to insert some more delay into it for the site to load. Red object trace this send keys. Okay, it is.
You have to send the GST number part.
Yes, but the thing is, it is not getting the element.
Okay.
It should be able to find the element for this, but it is not able to find the element itself. Let me print it out. Of course, there's some debugging involved.
Part, if it is not running currently, you continue with the PPT part
Yeah.
and explain the things, and practically will be done in the physical classes, because this is
Sure.
quite difficult and we are getting a feedback. They are not able to understand this particular topic,
No
being
issues.
a technical one.
No issues.
So
no
that
issues.
can be
Okay.
explained during the physical classes.
Done.
So you continue the topic, clear the concept through the PPTs.
Done. Yes, ma'am. Let's skip that part. Okay. So what will be the impact of RPA? Well, you will be able to do your work with high speeds, with quality, and with low cost. RPA in accounting will, as you saw, it will help you integrate. It will help you with integrating policies, procedures, and systems, reducing your cost and enhancing your efficiency. You will be able to do automated reconciliations. You will be able to perform financial planning and forecasting of certain things, as you can collect a lot of data using RPA. Well, there are, of course, many advantages of RPA. First is time saving by bringing efficiency to your work. You have 100% accuracy, because this is the mistakes that will be done are systematic mistakes. Non-systematic updates will be removed, and of course, you'll have better customer experience. Future, I won't go. Yeah, robotic process automation in accounting. Well, it shifts the role of finance from tactical and transactional to more strategic. Provides accounting professionals with increased time and
Part
visibility.
इसको slide show में चला लो, दिख नहीं रहा है confusion. हाँ, now yes.
Oh, bahari फेंक दिया उसने. Sorry guys. Yeah. So it provides accounting professionals with increased time and visibility into business performance, enables continuous improvement, helps business organization address process problems through frequent reviews, ensures consistency in execution, allows straightforward adjustments to overall processes, frees individuals from mundane tasks, allows them to focus on their evaluated work, empowers finance executives to play strategic role by leveraging time and insightful details. In summary, RPA transforms accounting by enhancing efficiency, freeing up time, and enabling strategic decision making. This is how I'll conclude, and I'll say thank you. And now the floor is open for asking your doubts.
Yeah, I'll read out the questions. First is the first feedback from the Bikaner branch, that is quite fast and they are not able to understand it. So,
Okay.
madam, we'll take this session again, no issue on that, and everything
Yes.
will be explained again through
Okay.
the PPTs will be already been shared to you. You go through the PPTs and the technical part will be shared again during the physical classes, physical FDP program that will be conducted shortly in every region. Now,
Yeah.
come to the second question. That is Mr. Pal from Ahmednagar. Such processes are already programmed in specific apps for specific purpose. Then why there is a need for a CA aspirants?
For CA aspirants,
So,
you
Rama-
need to, yeah. Let me write it. Now, see, sir, you know these apps, and you will be auditing these apps in future point of time. System audits will be taking on very huge in the future. So that is why they need to understand how these processes are working. What's the back end of it? If there are certain flaws into it, some other person, the person who's giving you the software is collecting data out of it. So there are data privacy rules. So that's why this is required. We'll be auditing those systems, and we should be able to understand certain basics of it. Ma'am, next question. Hello. Am I audible? Can I get in the next?
Parth, I can get your voice, Parth.
Yeah.
Your video is stopped, but I can get your voice.
I'm just waiting for the next question. Jyoti ma'am, can I get
What's the shortcut to run the code? Some people are asking. What is the shortcut to run the code?
Shortcut to run the code? F5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question is from Jaipur, Mr. Suraj. How to automate our daily student attendance Excel sheet through biometric? It's a very good question that has been asked. This has been faced at each and every branch, and that can be used as a case study for the students. So, Sir Parth sir and Ramajam sir, you kindly make this as an automation process, monitoring the previous batch, not the current batches. How you automate the student attendance Excel sheet through the biometric machines. So they want to learn this during the physical FDPs. I request Ramajam sir, Ratnagiri sir and Parth sir to please make this live example as a case study for all the faculties.
Shall I drop a hint, ma'am?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so the biometric machines will have a application running in the backend in a server or a computer where all the data will be pulled from a biometric machine to the server. That server will have a database inside, either in SQL, mostly it is in SQL, or Access file. So using RBA, you can go and using Python, you can go and read any Access file or the SQL file by passing a SQL query. So using the SQL query, you can read the data, and all the data will come to a data frame. And after it comes to a data frame, you can go and do any kind of analysis and automate this process. So I'm dropping. We will definitely cover a section. Yes, over to you.
So the information, I just let you know that nobody has access to that server except the head office. So you can make a case study on a dummy data. And that is a very good case study become. Next question. Next question is from Amravati. Mr. Hitesh has raised this question. Sorry, Jitesh has raised a question. Can you please explain the process of writing the program for the Vahan of that Vahan example?
Yes, ma'am.
Here he will explain the codes later on, and that will be shown to you at the time of physical FDPs.
Right.
Next question, sir, regarding RPSs is from Chandigarh Neetu Kapoor. Can you explain with the example of GSTR 2 and 26 AS? It will be easily understood and easily understandable for the chartered accountant students.
Yeah. Now the thing with that is that we need to input certain captchas in it. Of course, I can show you GSTR 2 reconciliation and automation as well. But if you are able to put captchas, I'll show you. Fine. I'll put it. I'll put it in my.
We will incorporate a case.
We'll incorporate.
Already this case law is part of the module-wise case laws. This concept.
Yes.
So next question is from Lucknow, CA Mukesh Saran. Is RP and Python are integrated? It is using Python coding and automation of tasks. Yes, we are giving you the integrated case studies on the new topics that has been introduced. Over to you, Parth sir. Any other answer for that?
No, ma'am, you're perfect. You gave perfect answer. Yes, it is integrated. What you are running is that you are using Python to it. Of course, you can use Power Automate as well. We'll show you that as well.
Next question is from Ahmednagar, Sayali Suhas Kulkarni. RPA needs to be learned. However, this training is very heavy to understand, and she wants to learn all the things in the upcoming physical FDPs. So, sir, apart from the coding, they want to do much more practice in the FDP part. Ma'am, as sir has told you, this is the vision of the board that every faculty should be aware of each and every topic. That is why every topic is being covered. And being into the technology world, there's the new and the advanced topics has been introduced. So every faculty should learn it. That is very true that faculties take a time to learn the new topics and adapt the new technology with the time.
I would like to add to what ma'am said. Ma'am, sorry to interrupt you. I would like to add to what ma'am said that I do understand that it's a very steep learning curve, but with the advent of AI and ChatGPT, I was trying to do the same as well. I was trying to tell you that you don't need to learn coding or anything. You can just use ChatGPT and write most of your code. and that will be really helpful. And we'll be teaching in that way only, that you don't need to learn anything. You just need to go to ChatGPT and you should know certain syntax changes that have occurred with the current times, because the AI is not updated with the current data. Okay, over to you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Next question is from Jaipur. Mr. Suraj is there. He said, what is the need of Python by a CA student in CA profession?
Well, sir, Ramajam sir will be
So,
able to answer the
yeah, so changing worlds. See, for example, I'll give you a small example. Suppose you drive a car in the middle of a desert, it gets stopped. You need some basic idea of how about a car engine works, so that then only you can troubleshoot a car. So like that, a chartered accountant, basic introduction of Python is necessary in order to moving further in this digitalized economy and digitalized career. Yes. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Next question is from Jaipur. Mr. Karan Singh is there. Karni Singh. He said how to add and enable PIP in Python.
Oh.
Part, sir.
It is already there. By
PIP is a
default,
package installer manager available in Python. So,
sir, one by one, not audible. None of you are audible. Please answer this query again, sir.
Okay. Parth, go ahead, Parth.
Yeah. So when you install Python, pip is installed directly with it. So you don't need to install it or enable it. It's just that when you have installed your Python first time, you did set the certain properties properly. Once you do it, you can directly install packages. There's no need to install it again.
Sir, next question is from Coimbatore, Mr. Partha Sarthi. He said, can we use UiPath or any other tool in RPA?
Yes. Of course. There are many tools. Selenium is just one of them. Power Automate is just one of them. There are many tools. Of course, you can use UiPath.
Next question is from Tiruchirappalli. Mr. Karthik have asked it. He has tried to paste the code, but where to find the run option?
Yeah, fine.
Just press F5.
It'll be covered. The ways to run a code. It'll be covered in the next session on Python. So you have more options how to run the code.
Yeah.
Next question is from Kakinada, Mr. Vijayaram Varanasi. He said that how this RPA will be useful to CA students. So very much useful. Everything will be done through automation process. Students, if the students are trained, they will teach this to their principals also. Right. And next part, Ramajam sir, any other thing you want to add?
Yes, sir. In this new scheme of education, where it proposed in the coming times, next 4 or 5 years, the number of articleship in any CA office will be reduced, because after qualification only they can enter into the articleship. So there will be a vacuum space. Maybe the chartered accountant students are using this RPA tools. That vacuum can be filled up, and productivity in the offices can be increased.
Actually,
yes,
sorry to interrupt you, Ramajam.
Yes, sir.
The students are learning only after our articleship period only.
Yes.
Let me get on this point. See, sir, the thing is that we need to perform varied tasks, and if we ask our students to perform such tasks on a manual basis, they'll be troubled, right? I mean, think of you yourself doing all those GST or 2A reconciliations and bank reconciliations. So we need to automate tasks to help them concentrate on their core task rather than these mundane repetitive tasks. So that is how it will help them, sir.
The concept is very simple, sir. Auditor should not spend his effective time on operational matters. He should spend the effective time on analytical matters. Okay.
Yes.
So any job
is perfect.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Next question is from Katsesa. They appreciate the session that has been taken by you. They want to need more about the RPA. So that we will definitely take care during the physical FDP that will be conducted in your region very soon. Now the questions come to the next question is from Shrikant Kumar Raj from Cuttack. Sometimes this website does not allow automated script. So what is the reason for that?
Thing is,
how do we enable it?
How do we enable it? Yeah, right. So the thing is, you need to understand that sites have certain parameters which need to be tagged off. Now, the site which are talking about are usually those websites which are able to understand that when you have run a website in certain environment, it won't. Of course, you can turn off those parameters and you can do it, but I would suggest against it, because this is called hacking, and I would really suggest against it. Don't do it. I'll tell you how to do it, but better not to perform such things. Avoid it.
Thank you, Parth. Next is from Mysore branch. There is Pradeep. Can we centralize to server this RPA module and use it in the client system?
Yes,
we can use it.
but- Yes, you can use it, but you need to understand it is a client system, and this is where client will be what should I say, risk averse. He'll say, "Bhaiya, you will be collecting my data from my system into your system," so there might be some privacy issues. But yes, you can do it.
Parth, there is a request from the Bhubaneswar branch, Mr. Ashok Kumar. He said that your slide is good, but whatever the coding you are using it, they want step by step in the slides itself.
Explanation of it, yes. Yeah. I'll include it.
We'll share it, we'll update it and share it to you because already the slides have already been shared.
Yes,
We'll share you the physical FDP, that the content-wise content.
Yes.
Next question is from Hyderabad. Mr. Alok has raised this question. He wants some neat training and the live face-to-face. There's definitely every region we are conducting this training. This is just a demo that these are the new topics that has been introduced and these are the coverage areas, and you should be aware these are the topics which should be well aware of it. That and this test, don't frighten about the assessment. It was just the topics that you will be aware what are the basic things as a faculty you should be knowing of that, and everything depends on your interest area, in which topic you will show your interest. According that the assessment has been made. Next question is from Vijayawada. Sir, can we handle the missing data with the RPA?
Yes, of course. If you are aware, we'll be teaching, Rama sir will be teaching you Pandas library. When you get those missing data, you can replace them with certain data, right? That's what you do in your Excel. When you have certain blank spaces, you insert certain zeros or certain data into it. So yes, it can be handled. Yes. That is what ETL is about. Extract, transform, and load. So you'll be extracting data using RPA, transforming certain basic part of it using, again, RPA. And later, there are many tools to clean the data. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Thanks, Parth. Next question is from Hufeza, Indore branch.
Yes.
Is it necessary to use IDE or can we use other Python IDE?
Oh, no. This is, I'm sorry if you got confused with my ideally. I usually work with ideally because it is simple for me. You can use many more tools. I mean, there is Anaconda, there is Jupyter, there is VS Code from Microsoft. There are many tools.
Even you can use Notepad.
I'm sorry.
Just the Notepad is also okay.
And we are covering 3 methods of running the code in Python, which they will see in the next session. Yes.
So next question is from Pune. Shilpa, Ms. Shilpa is there. Is RPA is the only for Python or specific program that have already been covered? Yeah. Next question is from the northern region. Mr. Gaurav has asked it. Can we import data from the PDF text file by using the Python?
Yes, it is covered in Python. It is covered as a classroom exercise in Python.
Yes.
What next question is from Dhule branch. Mr. Pankaj has raised it. What are the other alternatives of RPA other than Python?
There are many, as I've just mentioned. Power Automate is there. Then you have
Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere.
Yes.
So these are the 5 top tools in RPA market.
So next question is from Gurugram branch. Mr. Mahesh Prasad has asked this question. How can robotic process automation enhance efficiency and accuracy in data entry tasks within organization, intranet based or extranet based?
See, what should I say? Just somebody asked that PDF can be read through Python or not. Now, if PDF can be read through Python, you can get certain data out of it, right? Let's assume that you have a Python PDF invoice in PDF format. You have read the PDF. Now you know what are the values, which account needs to be debited, which account needs to be credited. And again, you can use RPA to push those entries into Zoho itself. I mean, Zoho is a web-based software. You can log in into it and you can push entries into it. So of course, and there are many more ways. RPA is one of them. But yes, even there are API calls from which you can do it. Ma'am, audio off, ma'am.
Oh, sorry. One more query from the Aurangabad. It says that session for 1 hour is very quite less for this particular topic. We understand this, sir. But it is just giving you the glimpse of what are the new topics and saying that we are not technical. As sir has already told that every IT and advanced IT faculty should be well aware of what are the topics and the advancement in the technology has been come. So we'll take this session again in your physical FDP that will be announced very soon in the upcoming weeks. Date has already been shared with you all that we're starting our physical FDPs from 7th May onwards. Date per region will be shared, announced according to the region. The last question for this particular session is.
Let me add to what ma'am said. This is just trailer. Picture to baki abhi mere dost. Matlab come to the physical classes, you'll learn a lot. Anyways, yeah. Sorry.
This is a last question from NIRC, Mr. Gaurav. He says that can Python be helpful in automating process in Tally or Busy on any other accounting software?
Yes.
Yeah, we are covering that as an example.
We have the integrated case study of it, to be really honest. It's there in integrated case study.
So thank you so much, Parth. Thank you so much, Ramajam sir, related to this topic. Now we move to our next session. That is for the Python.
I guess Python ka idhar cover ho gaya.
I thought 12:30 the Python session starts. Is that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But queries jaldi ho gayi, you can start it. Or
all right. Okay. Fine. Okay, ma'am. Ready to go.
Jyoti ma'am, can I add one point, madam?
Yes, sir.
As you mentioned, it is not about 1 hour, it's not about 2 hours and all. We have already shared the books. You start learning. Don't wait for asking a question. Okay, as a classroom like this, we are in a WhatsApp group. You can add the question anytime, and the faculties are also available. They can also answer. So don't constrict or don't restrict yourself for this 1 hour and all. Okay, I'm requesting all the faculties, respected faculties available. So please put your questions in the WhatsApp group and let it be so dynamic. Okay, that's what I want to add. That's all.
So, ma'am, I'm ready with the slides. So,
yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Ramajam sir, the one request, one feedback from the last session is go a little slow and be louder.
Okay. Clear.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, friends, this is the first screen of Python. So, this is a pure programming language introduced maybe the very first time in the CA syllabus. So, and based on this topic only, the other topics like RPA works, and also some portion of Python also used in NIME, I guess, in terms of data importing. Apart from this, there is an integrated case study for 3 days. I think one whole day you'll be working on with Python. So, Python as a chapter out of 5 major topics, but it is integrated. So in an advanced ITT class, probably this will be used for around 4 to 5 days. So I know this group is, there are chartered accountants, and as well as there are people who have completed their MSc by learning a regular programming language. So I'll go a bit slow on this introduction part of it with respect to Python. Also, I'll try to clarify all the doubts which you have raised in the previous RTA session. So, Python, these are the basic things. It is very productive, and it is a very high level programming language and open source and very easy to learn. Again, very, very easy to learn. I want to show you one slide where to show you a demonstration of how a high-level programming language works. So, in the above example, you can see 2 text boxes, and I want you to spend a minute time on this text box. it says import yagmail and use is equal to something like testmail@gmail.com, password is some character. Then the third line of the code, user.send accounts@techca.app, subject sales report, contents, this is a test mail from Python automation. Attachments is equal to sales.xlsx. So any person who knows a basic English can able to identify here on this line that it is a script written to send an email. Yagmail is a library being imported, and this is a from email address. Sorry, testmail@gmail.com is a from email address, and password is ZPS. It's a system-driven password, and this is a to email address. You have sales report as a subject and contents and attachments. So this 3 lines is enough to send a particular file called sales.xls through an email. So this is an example of how high-level programming language works. Again, friends, given the advancements of ChatGPT, you can log into ChatGPT and ask, copy this piece of code and explain the code and paste it there, and it will explain you how it works. It will give you line by line explanation on each and every line how it works. So this is what an high-level programming language is. So high-level is programming language is basically an English language, a plain vanilla English language, which is very easy for the users to understand it and put it in their live environment. So now so coming back here to the introduction, so high-level human-friendly language, and it can solve any problem. It is a general purpose programming language, and very important, friends, it is open source and free, and it is cross-platform compatibility. For example, you have a Mac OS, you have a Linux, you have a Windows, it can run on any machine, even it can run on your Android phone. So this is what the introduction I want to cover on the Python part of it. So next, so I've given the example. So use case scenarios. This is done with respect to the profession of chartered accountancy. So you can do a basic data analytics. There is one chapter number 2 in Python for data analytics, and you saw some use cases in robotic process automation. So you can do something with respect to your office automation as well. Web scraping you just saw. So there is a topic to do a machine learning where you can go give a data to the application, ask it to learn all the data, identify the relationship amongst the data, and you can ask to do any prediction. So using that prediction, you can use this in a share market data analysis. You can create an application, you can create a web application also. So all of this are possible, by using Python. So these are the broad use case scenarios of where Python can work. So web scraping, you just saw web pages. You can go and take the data and you can go and take the data and scrap a web and get it into a CSV or a Excel file. So this is with respect to the predictive machine learning analysis. Any historical data, you can put it into a model. Then you can do out of that model, you can do a prediction. So this is an example of a web application. There are 2 major methods of web application. One is Django, another one is Flask. So you can use a AWS Elastic Beanstalk application in AWS services, through which you can even go and put an application on the cloud. For example, so many of you know that there's a problem in converting the GST data into Excel. you can go and check out this site, gscauditor.in, where you can go and upload multiple Excel files. I can just show you a small demonstration of how this works. You can go and I'll go and select some files. So there are multiple 2A JSON files with me. I'm going to give open. Click on this button. It reads all the 10 files. In a matter of 2 seconds or less than that, it converted all the 10 files and consolidates into a single report in Excel. See, there are 3,700 lines of
Sir,
some.
it is not readable. Can you please enlarge the size?
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
request
yeah.
come. Yeah, it's
So
not readable.
there
Thank you.
are 3,700 number of lines of data. It got converted from a JSON file to Excel in less than 2 seconds. So this is what the speed of Python. So this is an example of a cloud-based application in Django run in an Elastic Beanstalk, which is a very useful scenario for any chartered accountant to consolidate multiple data. Now the next use case scenario, next one is how to run the Python code. I know many of you saw my predecessor Par's video where he was running through IDLE mode by going to start IDLE. So this is an integrated development environment of Python where you can run codes in this window. Now, there are some other options also we have given here. For example, you can go to Jupyter Notebook mode, deployment mode, where you can go and run a code. So I'm going to go to that mode. So I'm going to go to PowerShell and type Jupyter Notebook. So I believe you all can see my screen. I'll try to enlarge as much as possible. So now I'm going to open the Python library called Jupyter. So I get a browser window like this. I can go and say, for example, I can go and say a new notebook here. Okay, so now it gives me a file page to write a code. In this cell, I can write a code. For example, I'm going to say I is equal to I. I'm going to say print I. So similar to the code which you ran it in the IDLE window, here you can just give run. So now I give run, the output is printed as ICI. I can also say R is equal to NIRC, and here in the print window I can go and say print R plus I. So now it got printed. I can also say another plus symbol here, put a double quotes of NIRC of ICI. So this is a Jupyter Notebook window where you can go and write any Python script here, and you can go and come to the other cell. If you want to do the basics here, and you can put your next part of code here. So you can just run like this. So like this, you can go and write scripts, and also you can go and click on this particular window. Here you can say new notebook. You can keep on writing codes like this, and you can see the output. So I can show you some examples here what I have done. For example, I can click on this. So this is an example of using a PDF Plumber library, which converts a bank statement into Excel. And here the statement is, it converts a blank statement into Excel and saves as a text file. So like that you can write multiple files. So I'll show you one more example. So one browser automation path has shown you. So the same example I'll take. This is with respect to Twitter. I'll just do with respect to our GST application somewhere. I pasted it. Yeah. So this is with respect to our GST application for auto login and get the cash ledger part of it. So like that, friends, you can go and do. And I pasted the same browser. I can just go there run and it will automatically log. So like this, you can write any code and put it in a Jupyter notebook for the purpose of learning. So I just given I don't know what I've written in a demo for ITT. So some examples I can write. I can very well save this and come out of this. All these files will be actually saved in this C users window as IPYNB file. I can say .ipynby. Yeah, all my Python files are here. So I can send an email. Many things I've written and I've just connected with the tally here. So all of this are possible by using this Jupyter node. So coming back to our slide. So there are multiple ways actually. There will be at least 10 to 15 ways to my extent of my knowledge. So we have covered 3 models of running this Python code. One is this ideally mode. Another one is a standard, the ideally mode is a standard mode. Jupyter notebook mode, which will be helpful for the people who are learning Python new. Then there is a new feature introduced by Google Colab. See, we know some of the centers may not have the Python application or installed, or the system capacity may not be good enough. So you can use this Colab feature. For example, so this is Google Colab. You can write, I can say new notebook. Similar to Jupyter notebook will come. Give me a moment. Yeah. So my online notebook is also opened. Give me one moment, friends. Yes. I can say it is asking me to start coding or generate with AI. I can say, yes, generate basic string code in Python. So this AI enabled Gemini will go and generate me a basic code. I can again write the same Jupyter notebook as well. It's taking some time. Meanwhile, I can say, copy this, I'll paste it here. So some reason it is not running. No, it is running as a code actually. Okay. Here I'll do a run now. Yeah, it is printing. So similar to our Jupyter notebook, it has a system connected. It gives you a 12 GB of RAM and a disk space. So this Colab will also help you to learn the Python basic script. So these 3 methods are covered. Also, how to run on this, how to work on this ideally, how to work on Jupyter notebook, how to work on Google Colab. All the URLs has been given for your benefit. So faculties, you can go and try all of this. and make sure you use at least either of these at least two of these three methods to run the Python code. So next, how to download? I think Parth has covered on this. You can go on to this URL, select anything. My suggestion, select the latest version or anything about version 3.1, you please use it so that all the updated libraries will come. Okay, pip. Many questions been asked in pip. So pip is a Python package installer. So you can go and say, for example, let me open. Okay, I'll prefer to work in notebook mode. So I'm going to say pip list. I'm going to give a run now. So this will give me all the installed libraries. So what is a library? So if Python is as equivalent to Excel, all the menus in Excel, each and every menu in Excel are libraries. So each and every menu just replaced with the libraries. The whole application, you call it as Excel. So this Excel has been replaced by Python. All this individual toolbars, individual menus is being called as libraries now, or otherwise called as packages also. Now I said pip list, it is giving me all the packages which has been installed. I think for us, for teaching 5-10 packages are enough. So in my live environment, I can show you this many libraries. Suppose you want to install something, I can say pip, instead of pip list, I'm going to say pip install Flask. I know this library is not available. I'm going to give a run now. Now you can see the Flask is a web development library like Django, so which is now is being installed. Maybe another 20 seconds to 1 minute. This Flask will be downloaded and installed. So this is what pip is. So it's a package installer for Python. You can say pip installed any package name, pip install Django, pip install pandas, and this library is being more detailed discussed in chapter number 2. So Python as a standalone, it is not powerful. Only with these libraries, the Python becomes more powerful. And these libraries are essential to run almost any application, a commercial or a full-time end-to-end automation application, or anything you need the help of the libraries. So you can see here, the Flask has been installed. It is asking me to restart and use it. I'm going to give one more time pip install Flask. Run. It says requirement already satisfied. So that means the Flask has been installed in my computer. So this is what a pip is. So it's a Python package installer, which helps you to install packages. Also, there is one more additional item called pip update. You can update any application, any modules or libraries as well. So Jupyter notebook mode explained, Python ideally, Parth has explained you. And for the purpose of discussion, I've given the URL on where you get this ideally, how it is useful, what are the menus, shortcut keys, how to save as, how to close. All of this are there. It is not covered as a part of the book. For the guide of faculties, I have given this link, which is all the products generic link. You can very well click on those links and get into that application and further explore this applications to run or the editors to run the Python code. So installing done, ideally done. Okay, now commenting and variables. So by doing this example, Ma'am Jyoti ma'am, can you confirm until what time I can do this basic introduction to Python before I take the question, so that I'll plan my speed and content accordingly. So here, yeah. So this is what an assignment of variable is all about. So I'm going to say X, Y, Z, and instead of print X, Y, Z, I'm getting SARC of ICR. So these are called assignment of variables. So friends, many of you were faculties of various places and various regions. So you all would have learned about VB. So in most of you, because you had Excel macros and things like that, is the same script has to be written in VB. You have to write dim x as string, dim y as string, dim z as string. So then you have to declare this, right? And then you have to print. Or it is debug.print, I guess. Okay. So this is what you need to write it in. This is a section of the code you need to write it in the VB environment, and this is what you need to write it in Python environment. Now you will know the difference. So declaring a variable is essential in VB. However, Python you need not to declare anything. You can very well say declare counter is equal to 5. It will go and take counter as 5. Counter as 5. And if I run, I have to say string of a counter, I guess. Sorry, I will just comment all of this. So this code is a VB code, it is not running. So I'm going to give comment on this code so that it should not run. I'll put a hash. Friends, I'm intentionally doing, because in my screen it is Python comments and variables. I'm trying to teach comments also. I'm trying to teach comments also. So I'm going to put a hash here. So this piece of code will not work. Hash. I'm going to run this. It says there is one more here. Okay, I'm going to run. Yeah, it is printing all the 5 SIRC of ICA. So this is what declaring a variable and printing the variable is all about. I can go and modify the variable also. I can say counter is equal to see what happens. I have declared a counter here as 5, not declared, just set as 5. Then I say counter is equal to plus counter plus 1. So it says plus equal to 1. It adds one more item and gets a value of 6. So this is what a variable is all about. So variables can be changed in nature and you can very well modify. So initially my variable is 5. Now my variable is plus 1. It is 6 here. So if I don't want any code to run here, so I can go and put a hash symbol here. Again, friends, you all saw that I'm trying to put a hash for individual lines. I can do this way also. I can put a 3 quotes symbol automatically gets commented. Not necessarily this portion of code gets commented automatically. So not necessarily I need to put a hash here. So so here the variables parts of it and commenting is done. So this is how we can go and do a start a programming from the scratch with the variables and comments. So there are some exercise examples given. int comment is int 18 and int 19, which I've already done. So it is there available in my GitHub page. So here I can go to my projects. Yeah, Python for CA. So does that int 18 here comes. So friends, all of this is being given to you. All of this is in the process of being put in a notepad and being shared with you very soon. And I can go and copy paste this. So I'm going to run this code now. There is an error now in the line number 8. So let me go and put in to go to view and show line numbers. There is some error. I could not. No, some indentation error or something because of copy paste. So, this is what we are planning. We are planning to migrate all these pieces of code from a GitHub page to a individual notepad, and we will renumber this exercises and share it with you because of there is some indentation issues here. What is indentation? We will slightly cover a little later. So next one is this. Okay, maybe the next slide is the indentation error. So very, very important, friends. I'll put a basic notepad. So if let's assume a code block starts like this, dim x as string, then you can say you can come here print x. Debug.printx. So this piece of code will work in a VB environment, Visual Basic environment. However, Python, this will throw in error. For example, let me go to a Jupyter notebook. Yeah, I'm going to say, I'll take the basic examples, what I've already done here. So I'll just see run. It is working. Now, see here, friends. I'm going to give a small space in this area. Small space. It's showing me error already, but I'm going to run. It says indentation error, unexpected indent. So this one space is a problem. I need to go back. Now only I can run. But I'll show you a real life example where indentation error will not come in any other application. I will go to this is a Excel VBA code. Slightly try to make the editor bigger so that you will see the size of the text better. Okay. I can say insert a module. Okay. Now we say sub dim. We'll say dim yes as string. S is equal to ICR. Now I'm going to say some spaces. I'm going to say message box. Yes. Friends, it works. So, however, I put this message box here, do run, it will work. Here it will run. One space, it will run. So this is the indentation. So the white space character is called indentation. So in application like VBA, which you are teaching so far, this indentation is never a problem. However, Python, if there is a condition, then there should be an indentation. So this is what our indentation works. Another condition, the statement of the condition should go inside. So this is how it works. So this is what we see in the left side. However, the Python sees like this. So here, first line, the code one blocks continues. Last line, the statement to statement. This last line, the code ends. So this is what a indentation in Python. So you should be very careful in writing this indentation. You should see that students mostly will commit an error on this indentation. Also, there are a lot of errors will come. For example, indentation error. So you have to go and highlight or read this error and get used to this so that you can help the students in while executing a script. If they get an error, you can able to help them. So next, operators. I think most of your faculties, I'm not going to do much on this operators. So I can do addition, subtraction. So plus equal to I did, it is x is equal to x plus 3. That is what being explained here. So comparison, equal to, not equal to, all these operators are there. I don't want to, go deep into this. So there are some examples given, and friends, we are really trying this to give this more examples as a part of this code. So most likely before the physical FDP, we'll be sharing this code with this file number int20 or int21 like that. So you can ask students to copy paste that piece of code into their Jupyter notebook or ideally window or Colab and try to run. So this is how we are planning. So all this numbers may get renumbered, and we will definitely share the exercises to you. So string operations, you can use capitalize, you can use count. There are a lot of methods. They call this as methods. So methods inside the string operations. All of this you can able to use. You can pass any item into this and you can go and do the required output. Jyoti madam, can you confirm how much time more I have so that I can plan my speed of delivery?
20 minutes, sir, then there will be a questionnaire session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So friends, there are you can put a new line in a string, so /n. So there are a tab, you can put a backspace. All of these are called special characters inside a string, which will be helpful for you to use it in the regular operations. So print, multi-line strings, slicing, modifying, concatenating. Some 7 examples of the strings being done. The code will be shared with you. Now I know you can print a string. Example 1 is done. Print a string with a variable. Example 2 is also done. Concatenating a string is also done. Example 7 is also done. So all these codes with more examples, practical examples, will be shared with you shortly. Okay, numerics. So unlike other programming languages where it has been stitched with decimals, integers, long, double, I think Ratnagiri sir can help me out of multiple integer types. Here, nothing like that. Everything is called as, a whole number is called as integers without the decimals or fractions. So if you say 5442, it is an integer. Anything with a decimal, it is called a float. And then there is an imaginary part of an item. It's called complex number. We are not going to deep into this complex numbers. So basically, the numbers are classified as integers and floats. Some examples on the integers also given here. Okay. Now, next item comes is the data structures in Python. So friends, apart from this strings, apart from this variables, apart from this comments, and apart from this numerics, we have the Python has specialized data structures called built-in data structures and user-defined data structures, or UDD and built-in structures they call it as. So the very important part to our profession is this list, tuple and dictionary in the built-in structures, and in the user-defined data structures, stack and queue are important components of it. So there is a detailed explanation may not be given in the book, and there are a lot of things being added for the benefit of the faculty members, because we understand that many of the members may not aware of Python. So this PPT is almost close to 60 pages. So with again containing apart from the classroom exercises and examples. So but the actual chapter was only 17 pages. So I would suggest all the faculties to go through this PPT completely. So let me just give you an example of the data structures of list, tuple, and dictionary is looking. So now list. So list has so many sub items. You can say append, you can say insert. So this is an example of list. VAR 10, 20, 14 is a list. So modification and sorting, all of these examples are available. So let me just go and take one example from my Git. so that I can show you. So I'm going to take int09. Yeah. So friends, list will be available inside a square bracket. So n is equal to, so this is a list. This is the empty list. So this is the list with the values. So this is an example of a list with a string and mixer type of list also available. And see here, this is index number 0, 1, 2, and 3. And the fourth item is a list nested inside a list. So I'm going to run this item. So let me just run this. So for example, it says print numbers 0. So there is a list called numbers. Inside the numbers, inside the numbers, 0 is the very first element. So numbers, the first element is 0. See here, 1 is printed. I'm going to say print the third element, which will be 4. It is printed. So like that, fruits second element is be 0, 1, 2, orange. It's printed. Okay. In this mixed list, I'm going to say element number 4 and sub element, nested element 1. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nested element number 1 is 0 and 1. It is list. This is being printed. So this is what a list is. Now you all can you can all think what you're going to do with this list. I know, I understand there are a lot of questions being asked in the RPA part of it. I'll tell you friends, what is the practical use case scenario of this list? Example currently coming to my mind is, maybe I think Ratnagiri sir also later can give me some more examples on this list. For example, you are going to do the RPA process for a list of say 100 GST registrations. You are going to do logging. All the 100 GST registrations, you can add it to the list like this apple banana. All the GSTNs you can add one after one. You can go and process for each items in the list. So this is like a container bucket. You can add items like a queue. Later, one by one, list of 0. Then you can take it 1. You can do a looping mechanism and try to do like this. So list is a data type. List is a specialized data types, a container data types basically, which can group many items into single and get processed one by one. So for example, you need to send multiple emails for say 25 emails. You can just add 25 emails. For example, Jyoti madam wants to send 700 emails to all of you individually. If she uses this list, a click of a button, she can go and send us 7,000 emails from this Python code. So list can go and bucket multiple things in together and you can use it. So you're going to process 100 clients, all the 100 can be added. You're going to process 100 files, all the names of all the 100 files can be added to a list. So these are the broad use case scenarios of list. Ratnagiri sir, can you help me out? Any examples you are currently getting for list?
Suppose if you want to get the list of all the files in a folder, it will be given as a list only, so that we can process each and every file, okay, even without knowing the name of the file.
Correct. Thank you, sir. So Parth, can you add something on this list? Okay, I don't know if Parth is available or not. No problem. Yeah. So the next example of I'm not going to the sub methods of the list by checking the length of list, sorting the list. So lack of time, I'll go to the something called Tuple. So Tuple is something similar to a list, but it comes into a round brackets. I will show you. Okay, here is a difference between the list and a tuple. So So, but let me go and check an example on the tuple and bring it for your. Okay, it is int 12 and 13. Okay, let me go and pull out one of this. Maybe I'll take int 12 example from my Git. Edit. So similar example being done, friends. So I'm going to print a tuple. Now the difference between a tuple, it almost looks like a list, but it has a round bracket. I can tell you what are the differences on this tuple and list. So lists are mutable, however tuples are immutable. So tuples are very less used, but lists are widely used. Okay, and I can tell you, list can be modified. For example, I can go here, I can go change this banana to something else. I can change this to some other food, for example, pineapple. However, items passed under a tuple, it cannot be changed. So the computations with tuple will be faster, however, slightly bit slower with respect to list. So depending upon this immutability, and you can go and decide on what method of container data type you have to use, whether it is tuple or it is list. Both of it almost similar, but the methods available for list will be more, for tuple will be lesser. And if there is any dynamic data, you're going to change this file number 4 in the middle or something. You want to update this item of orange later, then you have to use a list, not a tuple. So next data type, I'll go dictionary. Okay, this is called a dictionary. I will go and take an example of a dictionary from a live example, so that it will be benefit for all of you, especially for the chartered accountants. I'll take an example here from a JSON file, which is also similar to a dictionary in yes, friends, this is an example of how a dictionary works, but actually this is a JSON file similar to dictionary. I've taken an example. I'm going to say validate. Sorry. Yeah. So this data completely looks like this. It has 3 objects, GST number. It defines what is that value in this key. The key name is GST number. And this is the value. Then our next item is FP, which is filing period. This is the value. The next item is B2B. And now, like a double quotes, a value is not coming, but there is a colon and a list is being attached. So you can see here, so GST is one of the key, FP is the second key, third key is B2B. But however, inside B2B, there is a list or array containing 39 numbers. So if I go to each array, it says seat in the party's GST number, CFS, okay, CFS 3B, whether they have filed 3B or not. And there are 25 invoices in each party. So like that, it goes nested off. So now I can show you the actual example of JSON. See, in dictionary, the first value is ICI, the second value is for, and the third value is CA. So this is an example of a list of a dictionary. In other words, simply you are when to use a list and when to use a list or a tuple or a dictionary. I'll show you an example. Suppose you're going to pass an example. For example, I'll just do it in my Python window itself. Yeah. So example of list files is equal to, of course, I'm going to say ms.xlsx, comma, let's say nay.xls. Here I'm going to say zoom.xlsx. So I can continue like this. This is one example of a list. I'm going to give another example of a dictionary. So I'm going to say, say, for example, participant of ITT is equal to here I'm going to say name, double quotes, Jyoti. Okay, I'm going to put a comma. I'm going to say qualification EA. So I'm going to put another comma here. I'm going to put another set here. I'm going to say Mukesh, and qualification is MSc IT. So friends, you got an example. You got the understanding of our dictionary and our list works. So if you're going to send a single information, say for example, I'm going to send the name of the files, or I'm going to send the name of participants, or I'm going to send only the age of participants, or I'm going to send only the email ID of the participants, or I'm going to only say the qualification of the participants, I can go and use a list. But if I'm going to say multiple informations, I will use a dictionary. So this is the basic example of what a list is and what a dictionary is. So let me move on to the next item on this dictionary further. So there is some example given here, and what is JSON and what is dictionary is given. I want you to concentrate more on this basics, and also there is an example given how to convert a JSON file to a Excel file in the class. And very important, friends, why I'm covering so deep on this very basics is there is a 3 days integrated case study where data, for example, data from Tally is given, data from Zoho is given, data from Excel file, text files, PDF files are given. So all these types will come into any of these container data types or any of the string or numeric operations. So I want you to be very having a working level of knowledge in this basics of Python so that you can move forward. So next one is functions. Also, I'll show you a real life piece of code on how it works. Our real life scenario, a piece of code works. I'll try to take this Tally automation here. Yeah. Yes. So friends, I'll show you an example here on Tally automation. So this is an example of Tally automation. These many libraries are used. So PyODBC will do a ODBC query into Tally. There are some warnings being given. I use this. Pandas is a data analysis library, which will be used in chapter 2. Date and time, there is no data field called date and time. So date and time has to be installed using pip. So pathlib is again another process. So then import OS, and all of this, I'm just written two functions to get the simple date. So I want the date actually here. So I've written a function to get the current date of the machine. So sheet name, okay, come here. Here, and this is the actual course. So here in localhost :9000, PyODBC is running to take the data out of Tally. So this many queries being written. You can copy paste this query, put it in the Tally calculator panel also, it will show you the output. So my piece of code, what it does is it posts all the query, get the response. Here is the response, query 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and paste this data into a Excel file, and save the data into Excel, and format that Excel headers according to the size of the data. So here it'll put a output string, and it saves. I'll also show you the output. Python/output. I think my output's been long back deleted. I can show you one output, I guess. Yeah, here is the output of the files. So like this, I can run this Python script. I can get the all daybook data from Tally and save it in application. Later, I can also go and do a processing of that particular data. So this is how a real life application can be, a real life piece of code can be run using Python. So it's totally 177 or 190 lines, so 150 plus lines. So small pieces of codes can be written and attached together to do a automation like this. So there are examples being covered. For example, I'll quickly run through. I don't know how much time I'll get here, so I'll quickly run through the examples of it. I'll take chapter 2 so that I can get my examples. Advanced ITT, PPT for Python, machine learning data analytics. Yeah. Yeah. So this is a study given as a part of the Python class itself. Conversion of JSON data to Excel. So for which you have to use a library called pandas and Excel as a writer, read the JSON file, or a library called OpenPyExcel and solve this. Okay. Any GST or 2A, 2B, 3B files can be used to convert this. Friends, I'll tell you, today, I don't know how many of the chartered accountants are present here. So you all know downloading data from a GST site, many things are not available in Excel. It is only available in JSON. And this will help you to convert all the data. Again, there are multiple occasions I can see where data has been uploaded to a third-party site to convert the JSON to Excel. This will do it. If you implement this in your office, it can be done at free. And it will be very fast. You have seen my conversion in the site GSTauditor.in, where the conversion took hardly few minutes. So like that, one more item of XML data. So many a times, in XML, a balance sheet has been uploaded and profit and loss account been uploaded, part of the returns. So you can go and extract that information, profit and loss account and balance sheet, by reading a XML file, similar to you reading a Python file. So there is something called XML elementary module. Using that, you can do it. And also I've given the link. So all these explanations, the modular case study will be explained in the faculty development program. Case study 3, consolidate multiple Excel files into single file. You can use Pandas data frame merging feature to do this. This is chapter number 2. pandas is available in chapter number 2. It is discussed in deep. So 26 years text file conversion to Excel. You can use pandas, data frame and regex. And now get ledger master data from Tally using
So can we
Excel.
come to queries?
Ma'am, 2 minutes, ma'am.
Okay.
1 or 2 minutes. Yeah. So this is the last case study given as part of this Python. So query is this is a query where I'll quickly, complete this. This is a query where you can go open a Tally. I'll open a Tally quickly. So you can write this query and get the data from Tally. I can say, right? Yeah. So here a company is loaded in Tally. You can go to the calculator panel. I wrote this query in Tally. I got the ledger opening balances, closing balances, group name, parent group name. With this small array, you can go and do a financial statement preparation. So this report is normally not available in Tally. So this is a query which has been given. You can use it using the PyODBC library. From Python, you can post this query into Tally, directly get the data and do analysis, maybe create a financial statements also. So like that, furthermore items like getting all the daybook information, maybe 40 plus columns from Python or from Tally can be pulled out and a report can be made available. Ma'am, last minute, ma'am, I'll complete. So I can go to data, get data, others, so legacy wizards. So I can select my ODBC window. I'm just showing it in the Excel mode. We can do it in Python mode as well. Finish. So this will load all the daybook data from, you can see there are 945 lines of data. So all the data has been loaded from Tally to Excel in a fraction of seconds. The same query can be copied and pasted in in Python. The data can be taken for analysis. So you have every journal, debit and credit, every line item of debit and credit, which is debited, which is credited, which account is debited, credited, where it has been grouped. Some 44 data points has been given by the way of TDL on this, which can be attached with Tally, and this data can be used as a further analysis. Friends, also this is a modular case study. There is another integrated case study based on all of this, combining all of the features of RPA, Python, 9, and Power BI. As Chairman sir has said, unless you know most of it, all the 4 applications, then only you can go and teach the integrated case study to students, which will be an outline is already shared, I guess, through Path. So all of these are very small level, modular level, and only if you do end-to-end integration, you can go and do a integrated case study. So with this, I'll complete my small, I know very minute, quick introduction on Python or what you're going to do in the class. So over to Jyoti ma'am, I'm ready to take questions.
Thank you, Ramajam sir. Now coming to the questions, sir, everybody appreciated this session.
Thank you.
Very well explained in such a shorter time. They want to get into detail one through the physical FDPs.
Sure.
And sir, now the question comes from the Vijayawada branch. Sirsa branch. Will it be covered detail from the beginning of the offline FDP? Yes, definitely. This is just a trial, giving you a glimpse of what are the new topics that has been introduced in the topics, as the books has already been shared with all the faculty that has been registered on the portal with the different branches. So this is just a glimpse that you all should be aware of each and every topic. as Chairman Sir has told that every faculty should be aware what is the new concept that has been introduced in the ITT and advanced ITT curriculum. Sir, this next query is from the Lucknow branch CA Mukesh Saranji. He wants a link to be shared for the JSN to Excel. How to convert the JSN to Excel?
Ma'am, all of these codes will be it's been under compilation, ma'am, before the start of the first physical FDP program. We will share that.
We will share all the codes during the offline FDPs conducted in your region. Sir, there is another question from the Surat from Mr. Ankur. He wants a brief on the mutable and immutable in list and tuples.
Come again, ma'am. I didn't follow you. Sorry.
He wants a brief on mutable and immutable
Changeable.
in list and tuples.
It's changeable, not changeable. Modifiable, not modifiable. Yes.
Okay.
Next.
There is one more question from the Jodhpur from Mohibur. That is, can they use IDE like NetBeans?
Yes, ma'am. There are 20-30 IDEs, ideally. If whatever the faculty is convenient, they can use and learn. But for the student perspective, we have restricted with 3 IDLEs. That is Python inbuilt IDLE and Jupyter Notebook. If there is a lack of machines or the machine does not support Python, they can use Google Colab. So these 3 IDLEs we are preferring to the students. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. There is another question from Delhi. Vartika is there. What is the use of Python in CA? It is definitely useful, sir.
That is the first slide we run through where it can be useful.
Yes, exactly. So from now onwards, from the announcement of the new curriculum, every faculty should be aware of this and very much beneficial for the CA profession.
Ma'am, one more point to add, ma'am. So if the faculty
Yes,
wants to teach if the faculty member wants to teach the integrated case study, he or she must be having a good grip on the other 4 topics. Then only the integrated case study is possible. So
yes, definitely. That is why this session has been conducted, sir. We'll share the recording with the faculties also.
Thank you, ma'am.
There is one more suggestion from the Bengaluru, sir, from Mr. Manish. Can they include some examples of data analytics to the student so that they know why they need to use the Python? Yes, of course, every faculty can use their own examples while delivering the lectures to the students. It is just a glimpse that what are the steps you have to follow while teaching to the students. It is for their understanding, and as per your own criteria, you can teach it to the students.
Yeah. And
only
one
the
more
learning
point
objective has to be covered as per the CA curriculum. Yes, sir.
And one more point is covered here. We are going to give up separate data sets to all the faculty members for Python and in Excel as well as as a tally data where they can use. Also, BOS in the last meeting, we have confirmed that every year we will review the data to be shared for this practical exercises, and most likely there will be an update anytime soon. And faculty members very well can use. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Next question is from Vishakhapatnam, Suguna. It is a single space indentions in Python?
No, it is a 4 space. 4 white spaces indentation.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Next question is from Bhavnagar Tejas. What is the use of various libraries in Python? Once I have got the VBA code written with the help of any tool, can they enter the password from the Excel file to get login into income tax portal? But I tried it to install it using Selenium type library, but they have done it also still unable to auto login. Can you explain this?
No. Yeah.
I think this part has already explained this.
There are some, I can also very well cover this. So there are, if you use Selenium, there are 2 major methods of using it. One is using a Chrome driver, another one is using a Firefox driver. Chrome driver often gets updated. There are some Chrome drivers allows you to log into the GSA site, and some versions allows you to log into the income tax site. So you have to be very particular about the Chrome versions. Over to you, ma'am. Next question.
Another question is from Lucknow. Which library should be installed using PIP? All or any selected one?
No, we are going to give a list of libraries. Probably it will be between 10 to 15 in numbers.
Sir, there is one more question or a query basically from Coimbatore, from Parth Sarthi. He was asking, your demonstration is very much clear to them. They understood the concept also and the libraries. But he is asking, is the libraries looks like a header file in C and C++? Of course, every programming structure has the same sets of libraries, only the syntax has been changed. Am I right, sir? Ramajan,
Correct. Correct, ma'am. Correct. So if the faculty members know one programming language, that is enough. They can very well go learn this Python in a matter of few days.
So can we, another query from Arnakulam branches, can't we add PyCharm in this?
Madam, PyCharm, Tinker, or graphical user interfaces. By writing the code, you can create an application. For a window with a button, PyCharm, or PyCharm is an IDLE. So also there is something called Visual Studio. There are 20 IDLEs, ma'am. We don't want to go into many applications. We have restricted it to 3. That is
And
Google Colab, Notebook.
Someone was asking Ramjam about can we list out some of the possible errors which will come, so that regular errors, because some students are making some errors, we should be able to. So
Correct,
can
sir.
we make a list of?
Sir, we can, sir, but at the moment we are actually preparing for the physical faculty development program. We need to codify this 100 small sets of code, which will take some more time. Probably in the days to come, we can very well compile such a list and knowledge base. We can
Just a point here, madam. May I add on just a point here?
Yes,
Someone
sir,
was
please, sir,
asking
please.
that any other IDE can be used or not.
Yeah.
From my opinion, actually, I think that Jupyter is the most popular one.
Correct.
With 57%, 60% users use the Jupyter application. One reason is during using, I found it actually. If there are so many columns actually in a data frame, if you use Jupyter Notebook, then only actually all the columns will be displayed in the string. Whereas if you use PyCharm or any other IDLE, maybe ideally, then only the first 2 columns and the last 2 columns will be visible in a data frame when you show it in the string. So me, actually, the Jupyter is the most appropriate one. Good one.
And for a learner, for a beginner in Python, it is suggested to use Jupyter Notebook, sir.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yes, over to you, ma'am. Next question, please. Jyoti, ma'am.
Sir, from Gurugram, Aurangabad, Kolhapur, Mumbai, there are so many faculties who want to thank you for such an informative session, giving a glimpse of such a very difficult topic, but they have get a new knowledge of that also. So they all want to thank you for that particular session, and they want a brief descriptive sessions and the case studies on the physical one. They're expecting, they want to eager to learn new things from all of you experts, sir. Sir, another question is from Mysore branch. Sir, a brief on the NumPy and the pandas mentioned in the PPTs. Yes, of course, they will do it. We'll do it, the detailed one, in the upcoming sessions, physical FDPs over to the particular regions. So there is no more, any other question anybody want to post it? You can post the question, because as of now, all questions has been covered.
Maybe in the subsequent sessions also, if they have questions on Python, we can spend 10 minutes tomorrow to accumulate all the sessions and answer the questions, ma'am.
Definitely.
And one more suggestions to all the faculty members. Before coming for the FDP, I suggest you to just install the Jupyter Notebook in their machine, use their menus, go to ChatGPT or ask any Google search, do some 2-3 runs in the scripts, so that you can get used to the window and application, so that when you come to the physical FDP program, you will get a sense of, like, you have already used this application, so that it will be better for you to move forward on this journey. Yes, over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Sir, last question that has been raised from Chandigarh, from Neetu Kumar. Can we make MIS in Zoho? This is from the last session you have taken.
Okay, yes, I missed that part as well. So we are using REST API calls with Zoho applications to get the list of chart of accounts, which been already done. maybe lack of time, I could not able to do it. So we can go and do a MIS preparation using Python from Zoho, and very well you can automate the process. It is a part of a case study as well, integrated case study. Yes.
Sir,
Over to
any
you, ma'am.
suggestions from your side? Because we are end up with the questionnaire session. No question has been raised. I've already asked everyone. Any suggestion to the faculties? I request every faculties that we'll conducting a offline FDP from 7th May onwards at your region, and every faculties who are taking the classes in the ITT and advanced ITT will be called for the trainings, and there will be assessment test will be conducted. That was a brief assessment. Basically, it will show your area of interest as well as your eagerness to learn these new topics. This is the only motive for the assessment test. So that will be conducted, and the information for the test and the links will be shared through the email IDs only, not on any of the WhatsApp group or any other medium. It will be through the respective email IDs only. So any suggestions you want to give, Ramajam sir, Kundu sir, Ratnagiri sir,
throw us your knowledge, sir. At this point, do you have any suggestions, please? Because in a week's time, the FDP is going to start basically.
Yes, I humbly request all the faculty members to. First of all,
Ratnagiri sir, you are on mute.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. First of all, please go through your entire book and go through the PowerPoint presentations. And if this particular video has been shared, please go through the videos also. Recorded videos also have been prepared, so please go through that. And as Ramjam sir was asking or requesting, please do it yourself. Okay? So that is a first point. This is not for you to learn. This is for you to make others to learn. So that is why you should be always one step ahead of the students. So that's why you please take interest in this particular area and ask questions. Don't wait for the time. So you please ask the questions as and when it comes. Okay? That's very important. And any doubts will be cleared by the experts here. And YouTube videos are there. Internet is having so many resources. So you please go through that. And I wish to thank our institute for bringing up this particular advanced ITT updation. Okay? So it is awaited a long time, and it has been well brought up. So that's really thankful to our institute. Okay? Thank you.
Okay. So I have one point, in generic for all the members, because unlike any other previous amendments to the advanced ITT program, where one or two topics been added, removed, this time it is not like that. It is a complete sweep. All the 5 topics except the topic of forensics accounting, the entire book has been revamped for advanced ITT.
Even forensic also changed, Ramjam. Totally, okay, it is revamped. It is a revamp.
Revamp, but we have added digital forensics and other contents. But apart from that, the existing mode has 7 days of Excel and CAT and 5 days of Tally, which is put together 12 days and 2 days of MS Access database and 1 day of FAFD. Now completely revamped. 15 days, almost 15 days, the faculties are going to teach a new content to the students. So I understand there'll be a lot of there'll be a huge steep learning curve for many faculties at this stage. So probably, we have 1 to 2 months till the date of launch. I would suggest all the faculty members to get used to this immediately. Even I would suggest them not to wait for the FDP sessions. Please go through this the book now itself and start preparing for the lectures which they are going to do it in short time. Yes, that is what my thought process, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am, Jyoti ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for such a wonderful session and a knowledgeable.
Another point.
Sir, you kindly come close to the mic and then speak. You are not audible, Sugata, sir.
Yeah.
If I can request just another point to Vidhi ma'am and Jyoti ma'am as well. Like, if you just can share some working files with all the faculties prior to the FDP program.
Sir, we'll definitely do it as soon as you share with us. Yes, sure, sir. We'll definitely do that. So now come to the sir. Now, I thank all the experts and dignitaries and the participants who have joined this live webinar session. As we conclude the session, I would like to thank all of you. Then I covered the topics like Zoho, Python, and RPA. And please tune to us for the next session that will be conducted tomorrow at 10 a.m. 1:30 with the questionnaire session. And for today, I must thank Ramajam sir, Parth sir, Ratnagiri sir, Biswajit Kunduji, and the Sugata sir for taking a session continuously. And we were planned it with a half an hour break, but due to the time constraint and the number of queries, they have taken a session of 3 hours in continuation. I thank you all of you from the Board of Studies. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to each and everyone who has joined us for your active participation and engagement. A special thanks to our experts, C.A. Ramajam sir, Biswajit Kundoji, C.A. Ratnagiri ji, C.A. Parth Chauhan ji, and Sugata Bhattacharya ji, who has enriched our understanding on IT curriculum and its evolution dynamic. With your efforts in bringing experts and educators to share their knowledge and experience are truly commendable. I would like to thank our chairman, CA Dr. Rajkumar Adukia ji, and vice chairman, CA Sridhar Mupala ji in association to give board such a broad vision to enhance the skill sets of the faculties through this medium of the online FDP as well as the coming physical FDPs. To the participants, your enthusiasm and engagement have made this webinar a great success. Your questions, comments, and feedback have added in-depth and richness to our discussion. Because new things has been come to our mind, accordingly, the case studies will be developed for the betterment of the imparting training to our CA students. Thank you all once again for your contribution. Thank you so much. I ask isko live ko off kar do.